Welcome everybody, this is the Nerdybeardman Weekly. I'm your host, Joey the Nerdybeardman. Joining me today is none other than Mr. Jared the Jared. We speak movies, we speak TV shows, we speak
We speak a lot.
Actually, we talk about movies, TV shows, comic books, video games and all things entertainment. How are you?
Good yourself, Joey. Welcome, everybody.
I don't know when I'm going to get that greeting right.
You got it right the last time, and it was good.
Yeah, no, I did get it right the last time. Speaker.
If it's the same thing every time, people are going to get bored. So
that's true. That's right. I am going to try and see if we can't get some sort of intro, because we had an intro for the first episode and then we got copyrighted. So I have to probably go and buy something, but I don't want to pay.
Yeah, this is the entertainment.
I'm being cheap now. Anyway, so as always, we've got some entertainment news, some trailers, and then we will talk greatest movies franchises. And the reason why we're doing that is obviously on the 25th, Fast and Furious 9 is coming out.
9.
So we'll chat about that a little bit later in the pod as well, but we're going to do a special podcast, not a special podcast, but we're going to do additional content.
Yeah.
Where me and you are going to watch
1 to 9.
1 to 9. Well, 1 to 8, and then when 9 comes out, we're going to review it. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but in the spirit of great franchising, because you don't go 8 movies without at least being part of a conversation, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Like a mid.
Yes.
Okay.
So, in the spirit of that, we will do a best franchises of all time.
Okay.
Review today.
Hey.
I think it's 27 of them. So.
Yeah, I got my top 5 technically in my head, but let's see what the top 27 are. They're probably all there, but that's
all right. So, I suppose. Just off the top, so me and Z went and checked out Royale.
Oh yeah, and
last night.
I guess
well, me and her are gonna do the review.
Okay,
so we're gonna record because obviously we watched it together. I'm gonna say that was legitimately a great movie.
Really?
Yes. And I would suggest you and get the kid looked after.
Oh, is it a bit
of the parents?
Okay.
And then go and check it out.
Okay.
You guys will enjoy it. It was really, really refreshing. It was really well done. It was directed very well. It's got plenty of elements that I enjoy. There's a lot of heist elements in it.
Okay.
There are mob elements.
Cruella.
Yes. Okay. There are mob elements in it. Very like two mobs fighting against one another.
That's cool.
There's a lot of I don't want to say undertone, like subplots. It's done so well that
you wouldn't know.
By the end, you're like, what? And then you look back at it, you're like, actually, it was quite obvious.
No, but I love a reveal like that. Yeah.
You were so into the movie, just completely.
Okay.
Yeah, the music in the because it takes place in the 60s and 70s.
Okay.
So the music is very, very driven by 60s and 70s music.
Makes sense.
The soundtrack's amazing.
Great.
Yeah. So, like I said, a lot of Ocean's 11 came up in my mind.
Okay.
A lot of Gangs of New York came up.
Oh, these are good comparisons though. Jeez.
Yeah, so a lot of that. There's another movie that I thought of yesterday, but for some reason I can't think of it. That also came up and made me think a lot about it. But yeah, really, really, really well done.
Okay, cool.
Great little movie. So if you guys are listening to this, go have a quick browse at Cruella. Speaking of great things that you should check out, this is the Nerdybeardman Weekly. We happen every single week. That was a fucking great segue.
So far. And so far every week's been going well. Yes.
So leave a like, subscribe. You can catch us on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, maybe. Not yet on Apple for some stupid reason. Still haven't been able to figure it out. I've actually started using a skills app to see if I can figure out what's happening there. Also going to do some video editing courses and stuff like that.
Hey, you guys will see our faces.
Producer courses or production courses.
Okay.
Just miniature stuff to get the content out and online marketing. Anyway, if you're listening to this, like, subscribe, and if you have any questions or comments, leave comments or send us an email on nerdybeardman@gmail.com. And then, like I said, we'll still get the Facebook page and the Twitter pages and the Instagram pages set up. Which will make this intro so much longer.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, so you guys will see one day when I get the fan art up. We got Alexander Poon from Dream Shots to do some artist rendering for us. So obviously you guys won't be able to see this. But once the art's up, we'll obviously advertise it. So just swipe from right to left.
Okay.
It's like 3 images that is already drawn up for me.
Okay.
I think it looks. And he went as far as creating a secret identity for.
No, I love this. Yeah.
For the character, which is great.
And I'm just going to share some of these images are about as nerdy as they get. And
yeah.
It looks awesome.
Exactly. So I asked him to give me a character that's a combination of Iron Man, Batman, and Goku.
I've got some Robin in here as well. Like I can see some.
Because he's so thin.
Yeah, is this based on me or you?
Me.
Like that's my size. I'm a pretty big guy. No, I mean I'm pretty big. Not as big as you though. It's a muscular, but I like it, man.
Yeah, how cool is that though?
You guys will see it soon. Let me go with that, right? That's safe to say.
Excited to see. So he's obviously going to put the colors and stuff in, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Very cool, man.
Cool. So let's we can get started. So if you're listening to this, go check out Cruella. It's really nice. I'll go as far as saying it's worth watching it in theaters.
Well, and then in a week there'll be a review on it.
You don't have to do it in 3D, but you can definitely go and check it out in movies.
3D ruins it for me, to be honest. I don't know. Like after the movie, I always feel like my eyes are doing some funky stuff. It just. I don't know.
There are movies that are worth checking out in IMAX 3D.
Oh, okay, no, that's a better. So you see, like that makes it.
IMAX.
There we go.
If you're gonna do 3D, do it properly. So,
there we go.
But this movie, you don't have to. I would say though, if you can, go and check it out at a theater that you can find that has it's big screens everywhere, but they have particularly big screens. So we went and checked it out. The theater we went to. It's like the chain is called New Metro, but it's the VIP. So I'm not sure what they got these lazy boy seats. But it's not the what's the other one called? We get these massive seats and they serve you.
I've heard that.
Prestige, not prestige.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
It's leather lazy boy seats. It's like a normal theater, but the seats are really, really fat. It's really nice. And then the screen is a little bit bigger than what you would expect. So it's not IMAX size, but it's legitimately bigger than what a normal movie screen is. So
like your legs lift and
that's
everything.
When we watched it. That's where we watched it, and Cruella now. That was great. It was a good experience. It was the first time I was back in movies actually since 2019.
I feel like people are asking now, not Cruella, but like, where do we find the cinema? That became my question. Where is this magical place?
If you find yourself in South Africa, it's New Metro VIP.
Okay, cool.
So if you go book with New Metro and it's a VIP, just go check it. I think they call it Scene VIP or something.
I've never seen this.
If you live in any other country, especially first world country, I'm sure your standard movie
is probably better.
That's already.
Yeah, that might be your normal cinema.
Yeah,
whatever.
What the fuck is this talking about? Like, this is something
luxury
special.
for us.
This is how we go. Just because you don't live in Africa,
do they have 2-ply toilet paper in their toilets? Like,
no.
Don't answer
that. Okay, cool. So first up this week, we actually never spoke about this, and it's been going around for quite a bit. You obviously know Friends, right?
Yeah. Oh man, I know this topic coming up. Yeah.
So the reunion episode actually launched already in the States.
Okay.
We're getting the episode on Sunday on Mnet.
I know, my wife can't wait to watch that.
I'm keen.
I just worry about like a reboot, reunion, whole situation thing. I'm not against it, but it's just like...
They will never. They will never. The reunion, I think there might be some episodic elements to this reunion. I'm not sure like if it's just an interview or if it's an actual episode that they're doing. I don't know. But they will never reboot Friends, not this iteration. But I don't see them ever doing Friends, calling it Friends ever again. They might do stories exceptionally closely related to it, like there's a lot of underlining tones for Big Bang Theory, for example. That gave me a lot of it made me think a lot about Friends.
Okay, cool.
In the dynamics.
I like the way they're living and everything. Yeah.
And the whole couch thing and keep meeting up at the same place, etc., etc. So, I mean, but they will never. I can't see them redoing Friends. It's for the same reason they'll never redo Frasier, and never redo Seinfeld.
Yes, with Frasier, that's going back. Seinfeld I watch regularly.
Or even I mean, Cheers was in the 80s. The
pub.
Yeah, the system with the pub. Yes. Yeah. They've never redone that either.
Yeah, I think it's...
So they've never had another series called Cheers.
Yeah.
So I can't see them redoing it.
Okay, yeah, I meant the reunion. I shouldn't have said the reboot, but it's just, you know, I picture like in my mind like Phoebe and her being older than what she was at that point. Silly example, but her silliness, her clumsiness, you want to call it, is it going to be a thing of like, is it going to be exaggerated? Does she remember her character? I just worry in that sense of like, are they going to overdo it, trying to remember what they were, or just let it be what it is?
I think they just play around with I think all of the original people come together and just play around with, okay, let's do one episode as if these characters are meeting up 15 years later.
You see, that could be fun. And I hope that's exactly how it goes down.
Yeah.
I think
that's what they did.
Okay, great. That sounds perfect. That's why I would love it to be that.
Yeah. I'm not afraid to say this. I've rewatched Threads.
Yeah. What's that?
Because there's a T and H before the F. That's as fucking South African as you will get.
Yes.
Foods.
Yeah.
Foods.
That might be British as well because there's some bits there that are questionable.
Anyway, Friends.
Yes.
I've rewatched that probably 4 or 5 times now.
Really?
Easy.
Nice.
Easy. Maybe not all 10 seasons, but a lot of it. And every time you drop it for a couple of years and then you find a random YouTube video with the bloopers on it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh no, actually I know that. Watch another season of this.
Jeez. When I was younger, I used to catch like just episodes of it. Enjoyed it. It was a good it was, and then now only recently, and I say recently, probably last year, watched the full series start to finish kind of thing. I thought it was good. Like I enjoyed it. I don't know if I could watch 5 times over. That's impressive.
It's just the comedy in it for me.
It is good. It's
great.
It's not. Then again, it's not overly done. It's relatable things like every day you could laugh about. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Speaking of things that are extremely funny, well, I guess we will chat about this with what are we watching. But I just want to mention I watched MODOK.
MODOK.
Yes.
Yes.
We spoke about it last week.
Also,
surprisingly well done. I enjoyed it personally.
Like
we'll chat about it later when we talk about what are we watching.
Okay, cool.
When we end the show, but. Turns out that was pretty good.
I think I'd enjoy that. I love the concept of that. Yeah.
You still have to bring your laptop so that I can sort you out.
But that's valid. Yes.
Anyway, speaking of things on Netflix, just fucking segueing it like
hey, yeah, guys, look at this.
Like say like Karate Kid.
Karate Kid.
Like a karate kick.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So that was the topic.
Let's kick. That's how smooth these
it's going. Yeah.
Speaking of karate kicks.
Yes.
On Netflix, did you ever watch Cobra Kai?
No,
Jared, you can't tell me you've not watched Cobra Kai.
I haven't. I can't bring myself to do it. I know it's great, and I know this because every bit of feedback I've got and everything is great. But I haven't bought myself to do it, guys. And I'm showing this to everyone. I'm going on leave soon, and I'm saving that moment because I know I'm gonna binge.
So I watched. I didn't watch any of it because I just couldn't. I'm like.
It was like, oh, they're gonna ruin this for me. And
so first of all, I thought it was only gonna be about the what's his name? I'm gonna tell you now.
I want to say it also before it comes up, but
let's see. I thought it was the Johnny Lawrence, the blondie, the bad
guy.
I thought it was just about him.
No, okay,
I didn't realize it entails the entire universe. So you've got Ralph Macchio in it, the original Karate Kid. So he's very much in it. He's very much
he's got a main role in it.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't want to spoil it for you now. So.
I've caught bits already, like it's
so you have to. So I only watched. I got into it, literally with 2 episodes left in season 3. Like there's 2 episodes still to air in season 3, and I'm like, okay, let me give this a go.
Oh, but that's a good time.
So then I watched the first episode, and I'm like, this is not bad. And the second one, the third one, and I'm like, now I'm into it.
You can't stop.
Now I'm really into it. So it's good 80s type cheese.
I can live with that.
It's great. You're gonna love it.
And it's not because I haven't wanted to watch it. At first, I was a bit like oh no, don't! This is my childhood. This is karate.
No, they do it justice.
Yes.
And the way that season 3 ends off, just fucking.
Oh, I thought you were about to give it away. Like
no. You're just gonna be like yes.
I really like
it's those. You know, I spoke about it with it feels like every week we speak about Mortal Kombat. Where I said, like, you want to get off the couch and just, like, bump your fist
in the head. Yeah.
Exactly that happens in season 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Okay. So, but anyway, so season 4's teaser dropped. So, I don't know if you remember the original movies in part 3, the pony guy.
Oh,
the baddie.
Yeah, I was just like...
So he's the villain. He's the villain.
No way.
Right?
That's great.
Right?
Okay.
So listen, if you're listening to this and you haven't, so Jared's gonna watch Cobra Kai.
Yeah, guys.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to start watching Cobra Kai.
Okay.
Because if season 4 comes out, that's gonna be all you're gonna talk about.
Okay, cool. Ponytails.
And speaking
of ponytails is a topic,
right?
I know, like
speaking of ponytails, I'm gonna get to that now. But when you have to watch Cobra Kai. If you're listening to this and you're not Jared, and you've somehow fucking not watched Cobra Kai, go and check it out.
You're an average Joe.
You'll love it. Yeah, average Joe's.
Or Joe.
It's a great homage to the, if not better. I'll go that far. It's done for me better than the originals.
Wow.
I get far more from it. And in the third season, something that I really liked was they used some of the scenes from the second movie. Because in the second movie, they go to
things like that, man.
They go to China or to Japan or somewhere. They go to some Asian country. So they do some cutbacks. Again, I don't want to spoil it for you. So they immerse. The story is really immersed in the universe.
That's cool,
and it's great.
Yeah, like it's not too far off or anything. Like they stick to.
Definitely,
I like that.
Definitely worth checking out.
Okay. Challenge.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. Something else I was going to mention about. About ponytails, mullets and ponytails. So,
which are awesome.
Yeah, all of it.
Except for me.
Mullets and ponytails.
None of it's great, but yeah.
So, the whole time we've been talking about how we're going to match up. We still have to do one of them. And me and Z actually had a discussion on the pod me and her did about some matchups. So, and obviously we spoke about last week mullets and ponytails.
Mullets and ponytails.
Right?
Yes.
So, I've been talking about this called pop culture bowl type vibe where you have a stadium and you put these characters against one another, right?
Yes.
That pod's going to be named mullets and ponytails.
Who's the mullet?
But not everyone has mullets and not everyone has ponytails. No, that's going to be the teams.
Okay.
Team mullet and team ponytail. Whether or not the characters don't have to have mullets or ponytails.
In my mind, I'm going to visualize
But it's going to, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
I'm going to have to do it that way.
So that's going to be, maybe that would be one of the rules.
Okay.
Like when we put the characters against one another, right?
I want to give
the characters have their powers, the characters are their characters. The only real rule and difference between the characters we use and the actual characters in the movies is that owls will have mullets and ponytails.
Oh man.
So if it's Jurassic Park versus Fast and Furious, Dom Toretto will have a ponytail and the T-Rex a mullet. A nice blonde curly one.
That'd be great though.
I think it'd be fantastic.
I know we do podcasts, but I feel like we need images or videos. Like I feel like we really need this. Like
no, I'll do a Photoshop workshop.
Oh yes, that would be amazing. And the thing is, like the worse it looks, the better it is. Like that, you just can't go wrong.
If you do Iron Man versus Batman, Iron Man's mullet gets stick out of his arm.
Like he can't have a ponytail, he has to have a mullet.
And Batman can have a man bun sticking out of his cowl.
Do like a third Oh jeez.
I think it'd be great.
Alright.
Yeah, so that's going to be that part's name. I think we have to research the characters because when you do these versus things, you have to know a lot about the characters.
Okay.
To do like the intricacies of the fights, because you have to say, I think this character will do this, but yes, this character will do
counter
that.
And
yes.
Okay.
So I think the first couple we'll do John Wick, a la ponytail, because it's already got it.
Kind of makes sense, yeah.
Versus, I can't remember the guy's name in the movie, Jack or John something, but versus the Equalizer.
Okay.
Denzel Washington's assassin. Right? Then we'll do our ponytail, Rambo, versus our mullet, Terminator.
I think the piece that wants to see Arnold I want to see with the mullet and a ponytail. Maybe we can.
Maybe we can see which one's which.
Yeah.
And then I want to do. I'm trying to think who's a good matchup for Jason Statham.
Oh man, I feel like some form of driving. There's a piece that wants to go The Rock. Strangely enough,
but they've got Hobbs and Shaw. They're already doing that.
Yeah. Oh, flip. Yeah. Okay. That was actually wrong. I just went straight from two bald people. I know. That was messed up.
I wonder if it has anything to do with that you're bald.
I can grow my hair if I want. That's a choice.
At least some of it.
Yeah. Okay, it's a choice.
And not specifically on your head.
Slightly less of a choice, but I could. It looks stupid,
but yeah, no. So
we'll think of a matchup there. Yeah,
Jason Statham is the typical, daughter gets kidnapped, has to go save.
Oh, you're saying that Liam Neeson? Why don't we do like Taken or something along those lines? Like maybe something like that.
Yes. Yeah. So let's do that. But Taken will take out the Taken character versus the transporter character.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neeson
will definitely be the mullet though, right?
Again, I want to see with the ponytail. It's not like he's
No, you give Jason Statham a nice, lush, full blonde mullet hair. No pony.
Oh, you give him the ponytail?
Yeah, proper pony.
Blonde hair. Jeez.
Yeah, I think it will look great.
I think I've got images in my head now, and
good.
Jason Statham makes everything rock. I think he can pull it off, baby. That's
even the rock. Yeah. So anyway, look, I think we can have a lot of fun with that.
I'm having fun with it now. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we will though.
Cool. So speaking of Cobra Kai, you're gonna check it out, right?
I'll do that.
I don't know how we went so far.
Hey,
to another side there.
It worked.
Cool. Next bit of news. So do you know who Aaron Taylor Johnson is?
I feel like if I see his picture, I'll know him immediately.
It's the guy from Kick-Ass.
I'm
sure you know.
Yeah, the curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he obviously buffed up proper.
Yeah. After the role.
Because he was a scrawny kid in that.
Yeah.
In what you call it?
Kick-Ass.
Yeah, in Kick-Ass.
That guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's like, okay, but I can see already like how.
A proper buff.
Or he's just wearing a very tight shirt. It's one of the two things, yeah.
Tight jean button up.
Yeah.
You know what he needs?
Mm-hmm.
A mullet.
A mullet. There is one that it kind of looks like he has there. Like there's a borderline there.
So listen, he played Quicksilver in Age of Ultron.
Okay.
And what's his name? He's a great actor. He played Pietro in X-Men. Evan Peters.
Okay, yes, yeah.
He plays the fast guy in.
Yes, yeah.
So we can do the two of them in ponytails versus mullets. Mullets versus ponytails. Anyway, I digress. So, do you know who Craven the Hunter is?
Craven the Hunter?
Yes.
Man, that rings a bell. Craven the Hunter. He's a superhero, isn't he?
Well, he's an anti-hero / villain. So he is a Spider-Man or Marvel comic book character. He's a Spider-Man villain. So he's the hunter that hunts Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's. I feel like I've seen it in one of the.
Yeah,
not in the concept, one of the anime. Yeah. Okay, cool.
So this is via Wiki. So Craven is typically portrayed as a renowned big game hunter who aims to kill Spider-Man to prove himself as the world's greatest hunter. He's a self-pretentious prick. Though he's often overconfident in his own abilities, which he boasts about. He possesses a great sense of honor and treats his adversaries as equals until proven otherwise. Because of this, Craven has also been depicted as an anti-hero and an ally of Spider-Man himself, who he came into respect deeply for the numerous times he outskilled Craven. So I want to say that in one of the comic book lines, Craven kills Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm almost
we got close.
Yeah, but I remember something along those lines. That's like he's like a typical like I'm in it for the hunt.
Yeah.
Respect the prey kind of thing, and
that's a pretty dangerous character.
Yeah, okay, but I don't know. I think when I watched the Never Let Spider-Man lose, so I mean he didn't, but that was that thing. It's like because he couldn't best him, he wasn't the bad guy. It's almost like they became allies. But
again, it's much like the Venom character. It's like I hate you, but
I'll do the right thing if I have to. I guess.
But yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson has been cast as the Craven Hunter.
Oh, cool. So he's going to feature in the.
Yes. Well, so what they're going to do is the Sony guys are doing obviously single movies. So like we've had Venom, like we'll have Venom and Carnage. We will get Morbius with Jared Leto in it, and then now we will have Craven the Hunter. These are all Spider-Man villains, but they've hinted at Spider-Man in these movies.
Yeah.
They've in the Morbius trailer, one of the villains from the first Spider-Man movie, Homecoming.
Yes.
The Vulture. He shows up in the trailer for Morbius.
Okay.
So we know to a degree that these movies are connected. Spider-Man shows up in the MCU.
Okay.
Aaron Taylor Johnson played Quicksilver in the MCU. Now he's going to play Craven the Hunter in a Sony movie, which is as of right now debated about whether or not it's the same universe. So there's some confusion about that, right? However, I don't mind. It's been a long time since we've watched, since it's been, the Avengers and Quicksilver and stuff like that.
Fair.
And we don't know whether or not these movies will actually cross over eventually. Yeah. Even if they did, we've been talking about how multiversal all these universes become, how these characters might come from different universes.
Yeah, they can make anything really work from that. So
exactly. So it doesn't mean just because Aaron Taylor Johnson is cast as Craven the Hunter that we will never see him face off against Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is in the MCU and the same actor played another character.
Yeah.
You understand? It doesn't exactly have to. Like the general movie-going audience would go, well, so fine.
There's a piece of like, if it's a good movie, I don't really care to a full extent. Like if they do it well,
yes.
I have no problem. Like
we don't know whether or not it is or isn't connected.
Yeah.
If it isn't, it's fine. If it is, and it's only connected through Spider-Man, so he only shows up as a Spider-Man villain, cool. He could show up as a Spider-Man villain from another series, and Spider-Man will make a sarcastic quip about, I feel like I know you.
That would actually even be funny. Like,
you understand? Like, I feel like I've seen you before.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that still.
Again, so it is a very easy way to explain all of it.
I think like a good example of this
is... just because he is cast as Craven, it won't happen. If it makes sense.
No, again, I'm okay. I think of like an example that in my mind I can put this is from Deadpool. When from... He's the villain on the one, like, and they even make a joke of it, kind of thing. And in all honesty, again, still love the movie, make no difference.
Yeah.
So
not to mention the fact that in Deadpool, you had the X-Men characters from.
I couldn't say X-Men. Thank you. I just could.
You had the X-Men characters from the supposedly past.
Yeah, like the 80s.
Show up in the present. Understand? It was 2018, but it was the characters from the 70s.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the other day I said the other day I rewatched the X-Men franchise. Right? The first 3 movies, like I said, was
really good.
A lot more entertaining than I originally thought they were going to be. Really liked it. Then I watched the next 4.
That's so many.
I never paid any notice to this. I mean, I realized it, but I ignored it because I wanted to just enjoy the movie.
Okay.
If you ignore some of the time loopholes,
yeah, because
it's almost as if what they wanted to do, they should have just said it if that's what they wanted to do. If they did, I must. But it seems as though they try to do period pieces for the X-Men movies, because the first one, First Class, happens in the 60s. Then the same characters without age happens 10 years later in the 70s. That's X-Men's Days of Future Past. By far the best X-Men movie.
Yes, yeah, I'm actually trying to remember that.
That happens in the 70s. Then the third one, Apocalypse, happens in the 80s, which could have been so much better and is boring to a degree, but not as bad as people made it out to be.
Yeah, it's not the worst. It's really not, yeah.
And then Rise of the Phoenix, Dark Phoenix happens in the 90s. So I didn't realize, but then
that's actually pretty good. Like, didn't just never thought of it.
Work with that. If that was your intention, then
you got something.
Make it. You know, don't make it so obvious that it follows up with one another. You understand? It your baseline story follows the characters sequentially.
Okay.
But your background is periodic.
Yeah, like,
you understand? It's like no.
2 obvious points.
And you probably that's probably what made it so difficult.
Okay.
But so I understood. But I only realized it as I was watching. I'm like,
I never thought of it actually. I've actually today never thought of it.
That's not to say that's what they did. That's what I. When I watched it, I'm like, actually, if Apocalypse was a great movie and Dark Phoenix was a great movie, no one would have a problem, because First Class and X-Men Days of Future Past are both
really good
movies.
Yeah.
And then you can be deliberate in that. Just ignore the timeline. Don't worry about the timeline. The first movie was cool. The X-Men starting.
We just understand the story.
The second movie was, what if the X-Men were in the 70s and this happened? The third movie is, what if the X-Men... You understand? It doesn't have to be that
sequential. It didn't have to follow a timeline, like, per se. That, okay, I'm with you. Like, so just saying, like, you picked up this much detail about doing, like, a back-to-back marathon. What are we going to find doing Fast and Furious? Like,
so many things. So many things.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so what I'm trying to say is that it's movies, it's entertainment, right? If you do Craven the Hunter and you do it well enough, there's no reason why
to justify
whether it's part of or not part of the MCU. If you do it well enough, it won't matter.
Just let it be a good movie. I'm okay with that. Yeah. Fair.
Cool. Next up, Just some news with regards to Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. This movie is getting some. It's only been 18 reviews, but it's already have like almost an 80% scoring on Rotten Tomatoes. So obviously, A Quiet Place 2 is doing really well. It's got a critic rating of 90%.
Jeez.
And an audience rating of 94.
Yes, okay.
So, and that's over 1,000 reviews.
Yeah,
that's really, really good. I can't. I don't know if I can. I should probably go and watch this movie, the first one and then this one.
I'm just curious on the can't there, because like I feel like
I don't know. The first one just didn't seem like a drag.
Oh really?
It seemed like a difficult watch because they don't speak. I don't know though, but they can't speak because there's the moment you make a noise, the alien eats you. So I'm not sure.
That makes it
far more intrigued than I do.
I love concepts in that case, but a concept versus when it actually goes into play.
I'll watch the first one. I'll let you know. And actually, Cruella, which scored 73% with the critics, which it's not necessarily a great score.
It's still good though.
Has an audience score of 95.
Wait, so that's a very vast difference though.
It's critics versus. That happens a lot.
Yeah, but like like that is.
So again, The Conjuring has it's on 97 actually. So when I checked the other day, Cruella was on 95 with 100 ratings from the audience. It now's got 500 plus ratings from the audience, and it's on 97.
That's great.
And that's pretty much what I would score it.
Jeez.
It's a great movie.
Okay, cool.
It's a romp. It's an exceptionally entertaining movie.
Okay.
Like really, really good. Yeah, but again, the almost 80 from Rotten Tomatoes for Quiet Place. I wonder what, not A Quiet Place, for
Conjuring.
The Conjuring. I wonder what the others did. Let's see. Conjuring franchise. Ranked.
This is the second Conjuring.
Oh wow! So it's gotten a significantly better
rating also.
Yeah. Seems like it was scored 68. Let me double check. All Conjuring movies ranked. Okay, so The Nun, which is a spin-off, 24%. Annabelle, also a spin-off. It's the doll.
Yeah.
At 28%.
Jeez.
Or 29, but that wasn't
the worst.
No.
I didn't even watch.
But again, these are critic scores, right? So, for example, Annabelle was 29% from the critics, but then scored 35 from the audience. So they didn't do great there either.
Tough crowd. I was expecting a high number there.
The Curse of La Llorona, 28%.
Never saw that.
Oh, Annabelle Comes Home is the one that I'm thinking. Well, it's not Annabelle. Annabelle Comes Home, which is 65%. I watched that. I enjoyed that. 65%.
Okay.
Annabelle Creation, also a good movie, 71%.
Wow.
The Conjuring 2 scored 80, and the first Conjuring, which I loved, was 86. So this one is kind of like there and thereabouts.
For a follow-up, in some ways, to still get a good high rating, I think that's something.
No, this is good.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know if I'll watch it. I probably will, just for the shits of it. You?
Yeah, I haven't seen the first one, to be honest. Again, and I shared this the last time. Like it's
really,
it's a bit challenging. But
I don't know. It's difficult to find entertainment in those horror movies lately.
Yeah, like again, is it original? Where did they go with that? I think.
Listen, when The Conjuring came out, that was the first time in such a long time where I was genuinely petrified.
Oh, really?
For where they got me.
What?
Like when I watched it, and that scene where the kid sits on the stairs and their hands come out of the dark and clap. I fucking lost my shit.
That just gave me goosebumps.
Completely.
What?
Like.
Okay.
But those were things you were doing that weren't it wasn't the standard tropes you were using it. They did all these new things that I experienced for a horror movie. Okay. I enjoyed the second one. Can't remember much of it. Right?
Okay. Why did you have to clap? You could have just said it. You didn't have to clap. That's fine, okay? That was good. Okay.
I know. That's
Because Joey has stairs. I don't know what the fuck's going to come down the stairs now.
It completely blew my mind. But listen, if the third one is getting such good reviews, I'll probably check it out. Anyway, we'll see. There you have it, folks. A decisive outcome in a movie watching podcast on whether or not we're going to watch a movie.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
So we gotta. Okay.
I don't know if you know this. Obviously, the Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix one.
Oh, man.
Did pretty well.
Loved it.
Really?
I
liked the movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
About a character that gets broken.
Yes.
It's not a great Joker movie for me.
No, I think like the Joker, because the way I saw this is like where he goes from there, he's weak.
The Joker element is. It feels to me like here's this character. This is what happens to him, and this is what he turns into.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? That actually makes me think about the Joker.
Yes.
Let's call him the Joker. But it's not.
Oh, like the actual Joker.
It's not my Joker. You understand?
No, I'm with you on that. When I watch, I love the story.
A Joker, maybe. You know, it's like fucking.
Dude,
a joke, not the joke.
Without the R.
Yes.
Possibly. But no, I love the background of it. Like it was such a. I love it, like a story, like a way to put a piece together. I like those backtrack things but
yeah, listen, there's a lot. You know what? For me, they personally, movies are subjective.
Yeah, fair.
You can have your opinion, I can have mine.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be one thing. For me, if there was something missing in that movie, like if you gave me something before he ends up in New York, where, let's say, for example, there's a lot of talk about the Joker, the actual Joker, being a ex-military veteran. And something happening, and he sees this anarchy, and then his mind snaps.
Yes, like that.
If you gave me that, and then that leads into poverty, struggling, PTSD, mental problems, and he then turns into that Joker.
That'd be a better setup.
Then you give me, okay, this makes, like, there was substance that I felt was missing. But again, I don't fucking know.
No, I back you on that. Like that's like I think again.
That's what I'm saying.
As an acting, it was great, but as that role of Joker, there's a piece when that movie ends. Yes. I'm like, where does he go from here? It's like he's useless. He's useless. He was just one psycho guy that did something. It's not it wasn't like he rises up and becomes something. It's like he's just one psycho guy that snapped.
Yeah. So, but anyway, the original director Todd Phillips is busy writing the second movie.
Yeah, interesting.
It'd be interesting to know whether or not they plan on, not that they should be planning it, but whether or not they are planning some sort of further universal elements to be included. Like maybe this Joker meets a Harley Quinn, or you know, they introduce us to because we got Bruce Wayne, Thomas Wayne in the first Joker movie, because he says most, you know, he's the father, whatever the case might be. Listen, I don't know.
Where do they go from this?
Yeah, but it'd be interesting. I don't know this, but Todd Phillips wrote. So we spoke about these movies before. So he's the writer and director for all of the Hangover movies.
I think we did mention that. Maybe.
He did Due Date. I didn't know it was the same creator.
Yeah, okay, that's a surprise.
He's also done, so you know, he did this guy's a comedy writer, right? So he's written and directed Road Trip.
Yes, like so you went from the Joker, from all of those.
Yeah, listen, Old School, Starsky and Hutch, School of Scoundrels. He helped with the story on Borat. The Hangover, Due Date, Hangover Part 2, Hangover Part 3.
It's comedy.
He wrote War Dogs and directed, which was an awesome movie. And now then he did The Joker. Oh, and he's going to do the Hulk Hogan movie. Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I think they're casting Chris Hemsworth to play Hulk Hogan.
That can work.
I'm also going to have a lot of...
With the mullet.
Grim, yes! Yes! I think it's going to have a lot of... grim comedic elements.
Okay.
And then obviously the Joker.
That's quite a difference.
The Joker's completely different.
But that makes you like it more because you've gone from a normal genre that you do and like you create something like, okay, cool, kudos, nice.
So let's see what I don't know, what do you think about that?
The second one, again, like now, like you set it up, and there was a question I asked at the end of that one is, where from here? So if it's a follow-up on that, it's
they'll probably do... everything's standing on the taxis when the movie ends, right?
Yeah, like everyone rises up because he's created like this identity. Like
if they do catch him because he shot that guy in the head, if they do catch him and they put them in the asylum, then it's going to be his doctor's going to be Hollywood.
Yeah, and then it stands like you see, and that's the obvious. But again, like it's that element for me that's just like, but when does he become this badass? Yeah, he's gonna have the gym every day.
Intelligent anarchist that is the Joker,
and he's not the smartest. That wasn't even the thing.
No,
that's on like they're gonna have to inject him with some serious shit in the asylum. It makes him now.
So yeah,
like super. I don't know.
I don't know whether or not that movie should get a second movie.
Well, then they must say they're doing a different universe version of it or something, because that's not the Joker.
Yeah, they're calling it the Joker 2.
But from a different...
that sounds like they're doing another Joker movie. I don't know. Okay. It did well, got a lot of hype. It's a good...
I enjoyed it, I did, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
But knowing more about it... No.
Yeah, so listen, he's in the process of writing something for it.
Okay.
Doesn't necessarily mean it will get picked up and made. So let's see. He wrote the first one though, and he's pretty good at it.
He's got a lot of movies behind it, like it's probably gonna be there, but that's okay. Do good.
I don't know if you know this character from the comics.
Okay.
Guy called Moon Knight.
Moonlight.
Moon Knight.
Oh, Moon Knight.
As in King's Knight.
I thought he pulled his pants down and gave her.
So speaking of characters that are a little bit crazy.
Okay, sorry, Moon Knight. Yes.
What?
I say someone like he pulls his pants down and gives her a bit of a Moon Knight around it.
Fuck's sake, Jared.
That's not
Moon Eye.
That's not his superpower, is it? No, okay.
Blinding people with his anus? No. No, that is not his superpower.
Can we just... I would watch that show. That's
not wrong, Jared, because you'll be blinded by his fucking anus. Are you not listening?
That's good. Shit. Okay, but Moon Knight, yes.
Anyway, so... seeing as that we're on the characters with broken mental issues.
Okay.
Again, great segue. So, Moon Knight is also a Marvel character. So listen to this, right? So, I'm actually just going to read in the wiki.
Okay.
So, in the comics, Mark Spector, which is Moon Knight, is a former boxer, Marine, CIA operative, and mercenary.
Whoa.
Found himself near death after being betrayed by his employer, Raoul Bushman, when they stumbled upon an archaeological dig, which Bushman intended to loot for profit.
Mm-hmm.
As he lay dying, Spectre was approached by the Egyptian moon god Khonshu, who offered him a second chance at life in exchange for becoming his avatar. So this god loves three.
Yeah.
As a result, Spectre was resurrected and given superhuman abilities. Upon his return to the United States, he invested the money that he accumulated as a mercenary to make a fortune and became the crime fighter Moon Knight. He also created multiple identities, most notably notably that of millionaire Stephen Grant to distance himself from his mercenary past, and of taxi driver Jake Lockley to remain in contact with the street and criminal element. Now that makes it sound as though it's a facade, but it's not.
Oh, okay.
There's multiple personalities. The character's distinct thing is he has multiple personalities.
Yeah, that made me actually think that he puts up as his facade.
No, it's not a facade. It's not a moniker. It's not an act he puts up. It's actual
his own mental challenge kind of thing. But then they set that up wrong, man. They set me up wrong there.
Well, that's just the Wikipedia page.
Okay, yeah.
I think if you read the actual comic book material,
you'd understand that.
And it's going to be played by this guy. I don't know if you know Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Yes.
Again, let me see who he is, and I'll probably recognize.
Let me get the Variety article first.
But this can work though.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've never heard of him. I haven't, but
I'll show you now what it looks like now. But let me just read you the Variety, which is like the news outlet that brought the story.
Okay.
So let's see. So they tweeted Marvel now when they announced.
Okay.
Naturally, Marvel did so via a tweet that reads, "We are Moon Knight, Oscar Isaac." So the reason why they say "We are Moon Knight" because it's a slight tip of the hat to the fact that Isaac's character, elite soldier, mercenary, Mark Spector, has multiple distinctive personalities, which he develops after he becomes the embodiment of Khonshu, the Egyptian god of the moon.
That makes sense. You see, explaining it like that, I already, when you said like "we are Marine," it makes sense.
Great.
Yeah, I'm keen for that.
This looks, and it's going to be a TV series.
Let me see Oscar Isaac. Let me see this guy.
So you'll only see the top of his eyes now, but look at some of the art there, right? Just to give you an idea of what that character's going to look like.
Oh, but like he can work for it, man.
Yeah.
I feel like he's already got the. So that's cool, man.
This, I'll show you now. This guy's Oscar Isaac.
Oh, I do know
He played in Star Wars. He's the pilot guy.
Yeah, Bo.
Yes.
Okay.
Fantastic actor. And I can't.
I was gonna say like this is.
Wait.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be an awesome series.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was actually a movie. I thought
it's gonna be a series, but the series platforms now seems as though they're going to lead into movies anyway.
I'm okay with that.
So I think there's a lot of characters that their story, their backstory, just fit better in a series environment, serialized environment as opposed to a movie environment. Like WandaVision, if you watch WandaVision, you'll understand that can't be a movie. It's 9 episodes that if you put it together, you can see it's a movie. You can see there's movie type elements in it. It's definitely got the budget for one. But it wouldn't have done well as a movie.
I'm okay with that. Like
same with Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Okay.
And the Loki story has been told 1,000,000 times. But again, the story that they want to tell with Loki just works so much better in a serialized form.
Yeah, fair.
So that doesn't preclude, and they've been open and honest about it, that these are the TV series that form part of the MCU. So those 23 movies plus these TV series are all one universe. They're all connected.
Yikes. Okay.
You understand?
That's a lot. But yeah, okay, yes, yeah.
So, just because he's in a series doesn't mean we're not seeing him in the movie. You'll probably see him in the movie. How that's going to work or whatever the case may be, I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, again, if it's good,
Sorry.
I want more. And if that's okay, like, then great, bring a movie, bring 6 movies, doesn't matter. Like, if it's good.
Batman with schizophrenia.
Right. Like, I was going to say, like, there is a similarity to a lot of, like,
very much.
Like, but,
excited. Cool. Next up, I don't know if you know who Timothy Chalamet is.
What are you going to do?
Young actor. You probably won't.
If I see him again, I might recognize him.
You'll know. I'll show you now. So he has been cast as where is it now?
I don't know.
Let's see. This kid.
Oh man, why does
he hasn't been in movies that you're like,
what does he look like? A young Loki, just
right? Or like a young Loki got fucked by Johnny Depp. Speaking of Johnny Depp, he is going to be playing. Yes, I'm just segueing like
that. Just worked out, nice.
So he's going to play Willy Wonka.
Again, I can see that. That's
why
right up his.
What could you possibly? First of all, when you redid it, he didn't do it well enough. It was bad, the Johnny Depp one.
No.
But it wasn't the Gene Wilder one, the original.
No. Yeah.
Even so, why? What about that movie? I don't understand. What about that movie makes you think that it needs to be remade the whole fucking time? We had one RoboCop remake between the original RoboCop movies and now. We're now going to have a second one of Charlie and the Chocolate fucking Factory.
You can only have so much chocolate. No, is it a
story.
Remake or is it a follow?
That's a remake. Or it might even be a prequel. Like how he becomes Willy Wonka.
Look, like if that, look, it doesn't scream like, ooh, but I'd be kind of interested in that. There is a piece of me like.
So there is some sort of magical character that has a chocolate factory.
So I'm thinking back now. Like,
the whole idea of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is that you don't know. That's part of the magic. You don't know where Willy Wonka comes from. You barely know whether or not this fucking person is human because he's got all these magical attributes. So why destroy that? It's the same. It's the same. It's the Joker problem. Why give a origin story to a character
that you don't want in the origin? Where did I get the smile? Where did the smile? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The fact that you don't know is part of the mystery. It's part of
but I just want to know
of the character.
I just want to know, though. I do. So like,
really?
I guess no, like that's I always want to know.
If it's like, for example, Cruella.
Yeah.
There was this article where they go like, it doesn't answer the question why make an origin story for Cruella. For Cruella, I'll go, yeah, but that shouldn't be the question. It shouldn't be why make an origin story. Mm-hmm. It's like, if there is an origin, what would it look like?
Yeah, that's like.
But I don't feel that about.
But how do you choose the right one? Yeah,
less in Willy Wonka. But like Cruella, if they do it right,
it could be great.
It can be exceptionally entertaining. But it's Willy fucking Wonka.
I guess it leaves out that mystery.
What are you? I don't understand it.
No, I actually because if you give that origin of it now, that limits it. Like that is the origin. Now it's like there was 100 possibilities in my mind, and now you're possibly going to leave it. Again, they could do it really well, and it's like now it's that one.
Yeah, again, that's the one thing to find. I'm like, why?
Yeah, that's a good point. I see that.
Why? Yeah. It's not something I want to see.
That's fair.
But listen,
give it a
like
chance.
I said, movies are subjective. Because I don't want to see it doesn't mean that other people don't want to see it.
We're probably going to end up watching it.
What demographic are you going for? Like, it's not us, and it can't be for the people for the Johnny Depp movie because they would have been grown up now. Who are you doing this movie for? And you cast Timothy Chalamet, that means that you're probably going to do a deeply character-driven story. Because why would you cast this kid? It's an exceptionally great actor, but he does roles that are exceptionally character-driven. So, like a lot of character-heavy.
Again, deep
acting. Yes, very deep. Which means that cool. Let's say you do it prequel. You show me how he became.
Okay.
This magical.
Chocolate factory
that was probably uncalled for. Why? Like, what are you? Is he gonna lose his parents and then run away, end up in the woods where he finds this magical tree that he eats, and when he eats the magimagical tree, he ends up in the wonderful world of the Oompa Loompas.
Oh, did you just write that?
And then because he's broken, and he doesn't have a family anymore. He decides he's going to take the Oompa Loompas as his family but he's with himself enough to know that he can't just, do it right there in the woods. He has to take a portion of the Oompa Loompas away, so he burns down the village and steals a couple of Oompa Loompas, then forces them to mate in a factory, and then he realizes that poop and semen together makes the most wonderful chocolate, and then from there
this got so twisted all of a sudden. It's not a family show anymore. But I love it.
I love it. Wonka, Willy Wonka.
It was good. That was really good.
So I don't. It's so
when I feel like someone, they're gonna be like, he's stuck in his own mind and like he thinks it's just wonderful. I hope it's not some bullshit like that. I'm not gonna lie. There's a piece of
he wakes up in an asylum later on.
Because he's like that borderline crazy. Like
I don't think they'll do that. There's a fantastical element to it that they need to retain.
Oh man, like I just don't want something.
You know what they can do?
Okay.
Right? If you're gonna do it, give me a great inventor story.
Fair. Yeah.
About this person that has all these ideas. Because if you think about it, in the factory itself, the equipment, the tools, these minions that's very reminiscent to creating life, like creating your own little minions.
What if they do something racist? Like these people come from a specific country and they all just happen to be short. I'm worried like
no, they won't do that. No, he's going to create that. So maybe if he's this brilliant mind and he's subjugated from society, and then this is how he
brings his name up.
This is kind of the world he lives in. Cool. You can give me that. I just don't see why.
Yeah, there is a piece like there are more,
but
there's more interesting things. But maybe if it's great.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, okay, fair.
Cool. That's it.
Well, you can write the story.
No, fuck, great. Like we've already determined, like Jason Momoa, I can have some good story ideas, whether or not it'll be a great movie. It's completely different story. So, any other movie news or entertainment news you've got?
Man, I'm on for the ride. I'm like, yes, but nothing specific for me.
Then just 3 trailers real quick. The first one, we'll do them from most excited about to least excited about. So
okay.
The first one is a trailer. It's a Mark Wahlberg movie called Infinite. It seems as though it follows this character that keeps getting reincarnated over 1,000 of years.
Yeah, living over and over. Yeah.
And that's pretty much what we have. And it seems as though that they're trying to get him to remember his previous lives for some reason.
Yeah, like he's some serious assassin of multiple skills.
Or some organization that needs to use his memories for something. Cool. Yeah, nice little premise. I like what they're going for. Wasn't a great trailer though.
No, I had so many questions.
Yes.
Good Lord, I'm like, wow.
It's going straight to streaming, Paramount Plus. As I'm watching it, I'm like, is this a movie or a series? Because if it's a series, yes please.
Yeah, that can work.
And I'm saying like, no, it's a Paramount original movie. They should have done a series.
Yeah, because they're going to try and cram it all into one.
1,000 years is too much.
Yeah, I think, again, possibly a really great idea. But
so,
there's going to be so many questions probably.
I'll probably watch it, but it's just one of those things
just for the sake of
nice. Yeah,
that's fair.
Then a movie that I'm actually looking forward to. So you know M. Night Shyamalan is, right?
M. Night?
Shyamalan.
Why are you doing this to me?
I don't know. Let me say the fucking name.
Like, yes, then he's not going to remember a sentence.
Oh, no, you won't. So he's a director. Okay. You'll know his movies though.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Hey, listen, this is what this is for. This is for those average Joes and Jodettes to find out who's who in the world of who's who. You know what I'm saying?
My wife does this while we're watching. It's like, oh, he directed this, and I'm like, okay.
So let me give you an idea of this Oaks movie. You'll know exactly who he is. So I'll just do the stuff he directed. Okay. So he directed Praying with Anger. You won't know that. Wide Awake. I know that's an old.
I know about Wide Awake. Yeah, at least.
Sixth Sense.
Okay, cool.
Unbreakable. The Bruce Willis movie where you can't break after the train accident. with Samuel L. Jackson in a wheelchair. Signs.
Okay.
The Village.
The Village.
Lady in the Water, which was a great movie.
These are some really good. Yeah.
He's a horror.
Yeah.
What's his genre?
I see where this is heading. Okay, yeah.
The Happening that I never checked.
Okay.
The Last Airbender, which was terrible.
That's unfortunate. That could have been great.
I know. After Earth.
Okay, that's not the topic, the Airbender, but like he only figures out he can actually use air, like right at the end. Okay, great. Thanks for that.
So listen, there's a lot of. The series was great. The animation series. I don't know what they tried to do. After Earth with Will Smith and his son.
Okay.
The Visit.
I don't know The Visit. I don't know that.
Split.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I don't recognize Split. Yeah.
Glass. Where the characters from Split and Unbreakable come together. It's like a trilogy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
And then obviously Old. So Old is in his wheelhouse, right?
Yeah.
So good trailer. Really enjoyed it. I think unless there's another twist to the movie, or I don't know if maybe it's an escapist movie. Trying to escape from the beach before
it's too late. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Because if the only twist is that the age on the beach, then you kind of
just leave the beach.
Movie.
But you can see they couldn't just leave the beach.
No, they did see it once you got so, but it looks.
But that always kills me because
so suspenseful.
Yeah, but like they walk in and it's just like a little crevice kind of through a mountain. Does it close? And if it doesn't, like just walk back out.
With these spiritual things, it normally happens that there was an entrance when you went in. Then when you try to go out, it's rock. It's like it never existed.
It's clear. Yeah. That's like okay, but.
I don't know.
I don't want to realize before it is like, but how did someone show them this spot if no one left it?
So again, it depends on what what you call it. Depends on what trope they use.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
If it's spiritual, it can be something like they actually fell off the cliff already on their way there, and this is them in limbo prior to their death.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
And then, the person escapes, but when he escapes, he wakes up and finds out he's lying broken on the mountain and he's about to die.
Yeah, or like they made it to heaven or whatever.
Or if you can do aliens, or you can.
There was a symbols thing that they showed in the preview where they found like piece of paper symbols. So you might be on.
But that was a code. It's just normal code.
That looked like alien stuff, but that's fine. If someone gave me a code like that, don't do that. I wonder what the hell you're trying to say, so don't do that.
Or you could do just a rift in time and space. Like you
caught bits of that, as well.
So there's many ways to explain. There's many ways to explain how they end up where they end up, and no one really notices what happens. Like if they're on a different plane. Then that beach under normal circumstances works just fine.
Yeah.
It's just every 1,000th couple that walks in gets trapped in this thing. Whether or not they explain it, I don't know. But still, it looks really good.
Yeah.
I was
watching it. Is it like this?
Yes, I got worried in the trailer. Exactly. I was also like, "Fuck! What's happening?"
When's the next episode?
Yes.
No, that was good.
So very good trailer for me. Yeah, excited.
Join
and then the last trailer we watched called Gunpowder Milkshake. Lena Headley. Essentially, it's a story about an assassin that needs to protect an 8-year-old girl. She reunites with her mother and lethal associates to take down the ruthless crime syndicate and its army of henchmen that's after this girl. Also, fucking fantastic.
I love that. I can't wait. That looks great.
It's looks like John Wick with a vagina.
Probably. The little girl's his dog, but she doesn't die. Or something like. Okay,
no, probably not. But It looks great.
Yeah, no,
It's
I love
fun.
it.
It looks entertaining. I hope that what we saw in the trailer is not what the movie's got to offer.
You know, like that's on the only good parts. Everything else is a bunch of hogwash.
I will not be happy.
Yeah.
Because that's the movie that I'll probably go check out in cinema. The Hobbs and Shaw had that problem.
Okay.
Fair, I probably watched too many trailers. But when I watch those trailers and then watch the movie, I'm like, okay, but where's the stuff that wasn't in the trailers? Because all of the fucking things you gave me in the trailers were in this movie.
Was everything.
Like the best bits, the funniest bits, the most actionable bits. So you essentially gave me the whole movie in trailers and then you just put words in it, some dialogue, to make it longer.
Yeah, fair.
So hopefully this trailer doesn't do the same thing.
Oof, that's got me worried now. But look, based on the trailer, still
From
looked like it was really good.
yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah, I enjoyed that anyway. Like, there we go.
Yeah. Lena back from Queen Cersei.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited for this. You?
Love it. All the right kinds of like action.
Yeah.
I can see the humor in it.
Yeah. Excited.
Great.
Cool.
It's gonna be good.
So let's get into our main theme for today.
Hey.
So like we said, in the spirit of the Fast and Furious franchise, we're going to chat about the best franchises in history.
If Fast and Furious carries on like this, at some point they're going to go like it's cars, it's trains, it's trucks, it's planes, and by the 50th one they're going to be racing in wheelchairs.
That's not wrong.
It's believable, like yeah.
That's not wrong at all.
Oh.
Where's that list now? Really? So, maybe just do this. Oh wait, it's on here.
Hey.
Keep forgetting where I do. No, it's not on here. Alright, where was it? Sorry, man. Here we go.
So I was looking through like a few franchises of movies just to see, and like you find some real surprises of things you didn't know. Like you wouldn't think like, you know, there's more than one of, but it's just you don't think like that's a franchise. It's only one that came when we were looking like half an hour so we were going through it, and Toy Story came up.
Oh,
and it's just like we both stopped for a second. It's like it is, but
it is a movie. It's a great movie franchise.
Yeah, but you don't like it's just.
Well, they've never expanded on the universe.
But that, you know, like that's why it felt so weird when we even said it. I was like, that's a franchise. Like that's a franchise. And like you see, like you double thinking.
Well, I would imagine a franchise. Like technically speaking, any movie that has a second movie or any sort of spin-off or in-universe movie is a franchise.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It just like I mean we're gonna say the obvious ones, but it just doesn't hit the same way as like, okay.
You know, because you don't.
Because the Lion King's a franchise.
Yes.
Like, no, it's just the Lion King.
No. Yeah, true. Okay, cool. So this is from thebusinessinsider.com. Mm-hmm. The 27 greatest movie franchises of all time, according to critics.
Oh.
So if there's something not on here that we believe should be or whatever, then we can discuss that after.
They're probably going to cover all the big
and then
ones.
I'll give the score for the franchise overall as well.
Oh, so is it going in order, or we're going to like as you do we give the score?
Well, no, we're gonna. They have scores here already.
Oh,
we'll just say whether or not we agree.
Okay, cool, that, yeah.
So I'm not sure where these scores come from. I'm not sure if it's Rotten Tomatoes or whatever, but each movie within the franchise also has its own score.
Happy with that, yeah.
So the first one, or the 27th one, is some of my favorite movies.
All right.
Die Hard. The Die Hard franchise.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So average score of 58.4%. But you'll find out now that that's probably because of
there's some like it's the
some
overall
of the ratings that they've got here. So Die Hard, the first one, 70%.
Yeah, that's the setting stone
Awesome movie. Die Hard 2, Die Harder, 67%. Cool.
I love the names. Like it's like Die Harder and then Die the Hardest.
Die Hard with a Vengeance. I know, right? Die Hard with a Vengeance scored 58%. That's the one with Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
I'm not sure the reasoning behind that.
And for me, that's my favorite Die Hard movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see why a lot of people would say Die Hard, the first one's the better one. but for me personally, I enjoyed the third one more than the first one, and certainly for me it was better than the fourth one, Live Free or Die Hard. That's the one with the jet, basically, in the truck, and the jet shoots the truck off. So from up to there, the score here is an average of 65 to 70%.
That's not bad, but I would have given it higher than that. I think I would.
But the reason why it scores 58 is because of the last one. A good day to die hard, or as I like to call it, a good day to kill a franchise. 28%. I watched this movie. It's fucking atrocious.
Yeah, it's atrocious. I actually saw that, and I didn't hate it. It was
really, it's terrible.
It was
horrible.
I think it was just because I loved Die Hard. It was just like more.
But it wasn't even. Bruce Willis was so not even himself.
No, he was just like another action hero kind of thing.
He just completely. I don't know. It was.
But I think they're also trying to go at times, and now it's like it's a technology age thing, and it's more that we had like a. I don't know. I feel like
but then they already had that in Die Hard 4. With the fire sale and the
crashing
and everything crashing. That was good. That was entertaining.
That's a good point. Yeah. What did that score? What did the most recent one?
28%. That's why the franchise ended on 54. Yeah,
that's fair.
And also didn't have like each of these movies have a. No, I know, right? But each of these movies have a scene that transcends the ages, right? So the first one has the scene where he drops the oak off of the building.
Yeah. Yes.
The second one is the where he's on the airfield with the snow and he's trying to get the plane to land with the fire.
Okay. Jeez, I'm gonna that.
Or actually maybe because they build it happens in an airport and they're building a new terminal and where everyone gets like shot up in the terminal.
Ruined, yeah.
That was an iconic scene in Die Hard with a Vengeance, where they sit on the because it's about the bomb and the bomb's mixing.
Okay, yes.
So I'm trying to think the scene where he's in the truck, in the tunnel where the water comes.
Okay, yes.
Where he then gets spits out of the water. That was an iconic scene.
That's a good point. Yeah.
The fourth one has the car driving over the thing in the chopper.
Yeah,
and then the chopper and then the plane shooting the truck.
Also the plane and the choppers, I guess both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
A Good Day to Die Hard has none of that. There's not a single scene that's memorable.
I'm that awkward silence of me thinking of it, like. That's.
Yeah. Anyway, number 26.
Okay.
It's weird that this again scored low as it did because of what came after. So
it's unfortunate when you do too many then, because like you can have 4, for example, great ones, like how we had, and then the fifth one to ruin it all.
Yeah.
I could still love a franchise and just it was like in my mind ignore one, but okay, definitely. Yes, that's what it is. It's
so
a franchise.
The Alien franchise, 59.5%. First Alien, 83%.
Great. Yeah, that makes sense.
Second Alien movie called Aliens. So it was not one, but two. 84%.
Wonder how much marketing costs that include just to add an S on there. Yikes.
No qualms there.
Yeah.
Alien 3 scored lower. It's the lesser of the three.
Yeah.
59% in 1992.
Mm-hmm.
Alien Resurrection, that's slightly better, 63%.
I haven't seen that, to be honest. So
the two that probably killed it, Alien vs Predator, 29%.
Oh.
Alien vs Predator Requiem, 29%. And then Prometheus, 64%. And then Alien Covenant, 65%. The problem that I have with the last two movies, I mean, I can't really. They're putting Alien vs Predator in here. I think that was a mistake.
Yeah, that's why.
Technically speaking, it's part of the same universe, so therefore it's probably right. The last two movies are just too boring.
I don't know why they're ranking that, because like Alien vs Predator was mainly like it was like Predator versus Alien. Alien didn't really feature as much as what. Like, it was almost like that was Predator's moment.
Yeah, listen, it's 59.5% in at 26 does Alien a little bit of an injustice.
Yeah, so it was like there's a piece of it that wants to ignore. I get like it has to be the same because it's Alien vs Predator, it serves the same.
Yeah.
But like as far as like we said now, like it's specifically focused on Alien.
But it will probably still only get.
But I wouldn't give it like the best. That's not my favorite franchise at all. The first one I loved, like it was
high 60s.
Yeah, and then after that, like I won't lie, I was never like I can't wait for the next Alien movie. Like
I'll never forget the first time seeing that thing come out of that person's stomach. Like again, speak of iconic scenes. Wow.
Yeah, that stood out. Yeah.
So here's something
Yeah,
I know, right? So here's something that I know, but people don't know a lot about this, and they actually miss something here in terms of the franchise itself. So you've got the Jack Ryan franchise, right?
Okay.
59.6%. So for those of you who don't know, Jack Ryan is like a secret agent. It's like a CIA agent. It's like James Bond.
Okay.
And he goes through a whole bunch of different missions.
Okay.
A lot of the books, it's a book series. I think it's Tom Clancy actually.
Tom Clancy, Jack Ryan. I should have known this. Yeah.
So a lot of the books are based on one mission or one storyline. So the books that get done, or the storylines that get done, it's not Jack Ryan, and in this.
It's an actual.
The movie is called that, and the character in the movie is Jack Ryan. But the title doesn't say Jack Ryan. So you won't realize it's the same universe.
No, that like.
But I only found this out a little while back. So the movie The Hunt for Red October, with George Clooney in it, Patriot Games with Harrison Ford in it, Clear and Present Danger, The Sum of All Fears.
I have no idea. These are all like.
Yeah, and then Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit, the one movie that has.
I mean, that was the most obvious one at least.
And then there's an Amazon series called Jack Ryan, which, by the way, I'm going to recommend.
Okay.
Go check it out. Jack Ryan stars.
I saw the preview for it. Like, I actually did see it. And like, I'm a big fan of Tom Clancy games. Like, they're really, like, also like a good.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Go check it out on Amazon.
All right.
Really good. What's the oak's name? Jack Ryan.
And again, the second I see it, because I saw the preview, I won't know his name.
I'll tell you now. It's Emily Blunt's husband.
That did not
Jack
me.
Ryan.
So, that did not me. Is it Mr. Blunt? Is it James Blunt?
No. John Krasinski.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you're focused, but everyone else is laughing. That's fine. I'm taking that moment. James Blunt, that was gold.
Because it's Emily Blunt.
Yes!
I'm sorry, it's because I've been smoking.
It was actually so bad.
Your joke is blunt because I've been smoking a blunt.
See, at least I laughed for yours. Someone else out there was laughing.
But mine was funny, Jared.
Mine was funny.
Cool. Then there is viewer skewness. So again, not really.
Yeah, I don't know what to say on that. I don't think I have enough feedback on that to go, but that surprised me on how many good movies fall under that.
Oh, you mean for the Jack Ryan thing?
Yeah, that surprised me.
59.6%.
Yeah.
The one that scored the lowest there was The Sum of All Fears. So like all things, or like a lot of things, poor Ben Affleck's.
Oh, he's
came in last.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, at 24, the universe is called Viewer Skew and Verse.
Viewer Skew and Verse.
Yeah, 60%. So again, I think these are connected by characters more than they are written or deliberately made movies for one universe.
Okay.
So Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy scored 71%.
Okay.
Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Jeez.
And Clerks 2.
What did Jay and Silent Bob get out of interest? Like
51%.
Well, that's.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm assuming it's because I feature in all of these movies that they are now somehow connected.
Yeah, I would have never linked that up, and
neither would I.
Cool, we run up. Okay. Yeah. Like that's it. I'm like, okay, cool.
Then there's the Dirty Harry franchise.
Okay.
60.8%. I don't know. There was
an actual franchise on that.
Yeah. So listen. How
listen
to this. Dirty Harry. Oh, that's why. Fuck. Yes. Just completely. So it's the Dirty Harry. Not the Dirty Harry. It's Dirty Harry.
Okay. Yeah.
What's my phone doing now? Wait, oh, there we go. Magnum Force, The Enforcer, Sudden Impact, and The Deadpool. Not that one, 1998, and it's 2 words, The Deadpool.
Yeah, there's me some like, what am I missing here? What just linked that?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
There's not a lot I can comment there.
I was like, oh, that's great. Okay,
Yeah.
cool, great.
In at 22, the Terminator franchise, 61%.
Okay.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day, which scored lower than the first Terminator. I don't know.
It was still good.
I saw it for me much better than the first one.
Oh, okay, interesting, yeah.
Terminator Rise of the Machines, 66. Terminator Salvation, which scored 49%.
It's not bad, but yeah.
Terminator Genesis, which scored the lowest at 38. I like Genesis.
Yeah, I think.
Terminator Dark Fate.
I love the Terminators, and I like it's all the right kind of cheesy. Arnold set that up for me like perfectly. I don't know. I could have left it at the third one and then left that at that. When it started coming further on, I think it was too much. Like at some point it had to end.
It's because I kept trying to do the same story when that story was told.
It could have left it.
Reboot the fucking thing.
Yeah, and that's all. Like I think like fourth and fifth ones, they were good. It was just a piece of like, I don't need more Terminator.
Some of them are now not part of the same timeline and not.
Yeah, and that's all. Like it lost my like the Terminator.
Yeah, just leave it for 20 years and then make a proper movie.
That's it. Like, and in all honesty, but yeah, weird enough. Like, unfortunately, the others had a bit of a kink on it, but still finishing at 60%. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Based on the first 3, I'd give it higher. Actually, I enjoyed Terminator.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Well, as a combined series, if you take only, so technically speaking, none of the 3, 4, and 5 are sequels to Terminator 2. The actual sequel to Terminator 2 is the one that came out in 2019, Terminator Dark Fate.
Dark Fate, sorry.
And if you take those 3 together, yes, I would give that a close to 68, 69.
Nice.
Instead of a 61.
I haven't seen Dark Fate actually.
Neither have I.
Okay, cool.
Cool, the next one. So these aren't Rotten Tomato scores. I know this because I checked the scores for X-Men the other day.
Different.
Yeah, they're far lower. So the X-Men franchise as a whole scored 61.2%. Personally, for me, that's a little bit low, but okay. Obviously, it's X-Men 64%, X-Men United 68%, X-Men Last Stand 58%. That's because they're including a bunch of other movies. So X-Men Origins Wolverine, which is a horrible movie. It's the one where Deadpool doesn't have his suit, Ryan Reynolds' mouth gets taped up. Yeah.
Well, he's not Deadpool in that, whatever the hell he is in
He's
that.
Deadpool, that's Deadpool.
Oh my lord.
He's Deadpool, yeah.
What a ruin. Okay.
Yeah, terrible. X-Men Origins Wolverine, 40%. That's why Deadpool shoots him in Deadpool 2.
No, but I didn't know like they went as far as actually calling him Deadpool. I didn't take note of that. Like,
X-Men First Class, 65%. That movie deserved much more than that. The Wolverine.
Yeah.
X-Men Days of Future Past, 75%, 61.
Okay, I'm okay with that, yeah.
And then obviously they include Deadpool in this as well, 65%. X-Men Apocalypse, 52%. That's fair. Logan, 77%, way higher than that. Deadpool 2 and Dark Phoenix, 43%. Listen, if you exclude the 3 worst or the 4 worst movies here, right, which is Last Stand, Wolverine, Phoenix, and Apocalypse, which are the to me not as close as bad as what people made it out to be, but it is definitely the 4 weakest titles. If you exclude them, this franchise easily hits 68 higher or higher.
Yeah.
Like a 7 out of 10 for majority of these movies on average is a pretty good score. I just feel like 61.2 for the entire franchise is a little bit low.
Bit harsh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think again it's unfortunate like the game is just there's that many movies as a whole.
Yeah.
Pretty darn good. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think a 7 out of 10ish kind of feels good. I'd back that, yeah.
Then I don't know how the Barbershop scored more than X-Men, but Barbershop's the next one in number 20, 61.3%. I can't comment on most of these because I haven't seen him, but Barbershop 2, Beauty Shop, and Barbershop the next cut.
Beauty Shop. Don't hate me, but there's a reason I
got
probably
nothing for you,
might not ever see that. That's okay. Yeah.
Then one of my favorite franchises of all time, just because of the franchise itself reflects the character, and that's the Rocky franchise.
Hey, we actually brought this up, like, yeah.
Yeah, 61.7%. So Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 5, Rocky Balboa, Creed, by far the best movie.
Creed, wow.
Amazing.
What a comeback.
And then Creed 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good. 61.7%.
But that's,
I'll also give it 61.7. I'd be 6.5. Ooh, will I do 7 out of 10 for?
I would go as far as that. Look, again, I know there was 1 or 2 again that would have brought it down horribly, but I live for every next
drop. I go 6.8.
Although when you think about it, like, look, I guess that was the whole point of it. It was always getting knocked down, working back up, and I guess like nothing really fell too far from that. So I guess, okay, cool. I wouldn't maybe that might be too generous going as far as a 7, but like a 6.8-ish. 6.5 to 6.8, I'm going to give it a bit high on that.
For the entire
franchise. They're so iconic though, they really are.
Yeah, definitely.
I just want to scream Adrian, like with a messed up
in at that's number 19. So in at number 18, 62.1%.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a lot of fucking movies.
Okay.
And yes, I would agree with 6.2 out of 10. So it's the James Bond franchise.
Yeah.
So to give you just the amount of movies, I don't know. Let's count them, right? So you count.
I'm going to guess just quickly first, but I'm going to go with
50.
18. Okay.
I'm going to say 50.
A 5-0?
Yes.
Really, that many?
No, it's not that many. It won't be.
Okay, but I'm going to go with 18.
I'm going to go with 26.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so
right, so you count, I'll name them. Okay, so Dr. No in 1962.
Yeah.
From Russia with Love in 1963.
Yeah.
Goldfinger 1964. Okay. Thunderball 1965. Now, just a shout out here, right? So the first 4 came out in 4 consecutive years: 62, 63, 64, and 65. I think all of them had what's his name? Sean Connery in there.
Yes.
78, 85, 87, and then the last one, 64%. That's just incredible.
Well then, Sean.
So number 5, Casino Royale. Came out in the same year as You Only Live Twice, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Diamonds Are Forever, Live and Let Die, The Man with the Golden Gun.
Am I right? I'm at 10. I'm catching this right. I'm at 10. But okay.
The Spy Who Loved Me, Moonraker, For Your Eyes Only, Octopussy, Never Say Never Again, A View to Kill, The Living Daylights, License to Kill.
Yeah.
You wanna get it out of your system?
I got it out. It's good. I'm sorry if I lost count.
Pussy with 8 corners.
Why did they do that? I'm like literally.
GoldenEye.
Yeah. Oh my word.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah.
The World Is Not Enough.
Yeah.
Die Another Day. Casino Royale Again.
Yeah. Actually didn't know that. No. Yeah.
Quantum of Solace. Skyfall. Spectre. And then No Time to Die. No Way to Die. No Time to Die.
Playing along those lines. Hey man, 27.
Hey,
that's pretty accurate. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. It's a lot of fucking movies.
Yikes.
Overall 6.2. That's about right for me.
That's fine. I think it's so hard to go over so many. Like, I mean, if they could manage a 7 off of 26, 27 movies, anywhere to an 8, like, wow.
Yeah. So
the first few magical.
There's according to these ratings, there are some great movies here, but it's a 27 movie franchise. It's the longest running movie franchise in terms of years, and it's one with the most movies in it.
Yeah.
But I mean, Marvel's going to catch that pretty soon.
Yeah, I think they are quickly climbing.
I think after this year, the Marvel Universe will be on. So they're on 23 already. They'll be on 27 because Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, and Spider-Man. They'll be on 27. And then we already know next year they have got 4 movies coming out as well. So officially this year it will be the most movies in a single franchise. And that's excluding the series that they are doing.
So I think they're going to do something similar on this. They're going to put Marvel as one category. There's a piece where they would like to...
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a piece where they like to done like an Iron Man as its own franchise, done like almost like in my own way, so like
the
break us apart. But
Iron Man is in more movies that is not Iron Man movies than he is in Iron Man movies.
Yeah.
He's only got 3 Iron Man movies, but then he was in Captain America Civil War.
Yes.
He was in Spider-Man. He was in 3 Avengers movies.
But I want to rate it as like the name, like actually like link it to...
No, it's together, yeah.
Yeah, that's why like I was thinking about this already and thinking like, how do I don't want to do a whole Marvel thing. I'd like to give my piece on each, but yeah, that's I guess what it is.
Cool. Then next up, number 17, 62.3 is the Batman franchise. Okay. I just don't agree with, but anyway, they're including stuff here that's
like we're going back a bit as well.
It's a franchise. Remember, the franchise doesn't have to be serialized.
Okay.
So if I can have the Batman franchise, for example, and all the Batman movies will fall in.
This is like it's every version of everyone's cut.
That's why some of the scores might feel a little bit wonky. I mean, if you ask me what I think about the entirety of the Batman franchise, it will hit 7 out of 10 every day of the week.
Okay, let's see.
That would be my.
Which part are you basing it on? And that's I think
it's probably mostly driven by the Chris Nolan Batman.
I was just about to say the same thing. I love those. I really enjoy
the Chris Nolan Batman. Then the Batman, the first 2 Batman movies in the 80s.
Yes.
And then
now all
Batman v Superman.
Yes.
And then all the rest. That would be my.
I like if I can actually say identical to that. The Christopher Nolan ones,
just great,
so good.
I mean, the fact that you've got the Dark Knight in there, and that only scored at 82%, which is not. It's.
Look, I guess
my favorite comic, if not my favorite book, my favorite comic book movie of all time is the Dark Knight.
And then they executed it so well. So it's just, it's.
Anyway, so we've got. Sorry, did you want to say something?
It's just my piece, like Christopher Nolan's ones. Oh. I guess 82% because you can see. I think they're being very harsh. Like it is, but this
the other movies in here, some of them scored fairly. They scored fairly. It's just 82% is the highest for the Batman movies.
I'm okay with that because that's compared, that's as good as they get. Like,
but some of them got very low scores and rightly so. So number 17, Batman 62%. So you've got Batman 1966. Mm-hmm. The 1989 Batman. Yeah, that's the 66.
That's
it's
amazing how far
that's the one. I'm almost sure. I'm not sure. That's the one with the shark and the shark repellent in it.
I think so. You know what I picture in my mind, like as a grown up person, because you have your kids that want to be Batman. But in my mind, like I can see like the Batman theme or something like that. I picture like a grown person going Batman. That's the thing. Like, oh man, that was.
Imagine that's in like a super serious dark movie. And then
like when he goes
shows up, he sucks up some helium. It's like that'd be great.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Just open up my laptop here. There we go. Keeps locking itself. Right. So then Batman 1989, which is the what's his name? Michael Keaton. Batman Returns, also Michael Keaton. 68 and 69 respectively. Batman Forever, which is the Riddler and Two-Face.
Oh, I enjoyed it. Yep.
Batman and Robin, which I think is the one with George Clooney in it with nipples.
Sorry to say it. I went back and watched it. This is a while ago.
Anyway. George Clooney is in Batman Forever as well. No.
No, it's the follow-up, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I went back and watched those a while ago, and I say a while ago, already a while ago, but and after knowing like the numbers, when I first saw it, didn't actually catch my
attention. It was.
But they don't like it, and now watching it, I only saw nipples.
The last time I rewatched Batman and Robin, I was like the scene where they drive with the car off of the buildings of the bridge.
Jeez, again, like
so terribly done.
I was going
graphics.
I'm watch it again because this was like 9 years ago. I guess already again.
What the fuck? Really? I could not believe what I was watching. I couldn't remember it being even remotely as bad.
Now when you go see it,
when I watch this now, I'm like, wow.
Again, in all honesty,
aged very poorly.
All I saw was nipples. It's like I'm like it's so obvious. I didn't realize
it's so camp.
Yeah.
Overly so.
Like they went and put like every bit of their scene was done on a stage, and it's like, nah, throw those pieces in.
It's also scored 28%, rightly so.
It's unfortunate, like, but hey.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy to me that was the level of comic book movies we were getting versus now.
That's a bit.
Or not even comic book movies, just comic book content.
Yeah, like the choices.
In the visual medium, it was like, what?
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway.
But then again, some older stuff and done really well. Like, I think you're like...
Yeah, listen, Batman 1989 versus Batman and Robin are
you know what I mean? Like,
two very different movies.
Yeah. But fair, yeah.
So then obviously we've got Begins, Dark Knight Rises. Great trilogy.
I loved all of those. Like, really just so good.
And then Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, and then obviously what they don't include here is Justice League.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would always give it 70. The franchise, the character would always get 70 or more.
You're on a Batman fan, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, obviously. Number 16, the Hannibal Lecter franchise.
Okay.
62.4%. So like that doesn't fucking make sense to me. But then again, it's less movies on average scoring more.
Higher, yes, yeah.
But
and
yeah,
I'll be honest, I enjoyed
the movies here that I didn't know were part of the franchise. So apparently Manhunter from 1986.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Is part of it. Then you get Silence of the Lambs. Fantastic movie.
Yeah, I was just
so
that
great.
like makes sense, yeah.
Hannibal, Red Dragon, and Hannibal Rising. Can't remember ever watching Hannibal Rising.
I haven't seen Rising. Red Dragon, I actually
kind
of enjoyed it as well. Like, yeah. When I like actually didn't think about Hannibal,
but 6.2, it's definitely not better for me than the Batman franchise.
See what you're saying? Portions of it. That's what's unfortunate, that they have to put a whole big block of.
Yeah, but you have to. Because it's the franchise in its entirety. I will say though, the Batman franchise, even though it's only rated according to them 61.2 whatever, that franchise has remained a money-making franchise over a long period of time. Yeah. And you know what's going to happen? We're going to get another Batman movie.
No doubt. Like,
and we're going to get a franchise, we're going to get 3 movies, and then we're going to get... Then it's 10 years, and then we're going to get another Batman.
So Hannibal will be higher than Batman forever. Like, you know, like it's silly.
No,
that's what I'm saying. It might... but...
We just need another great trilogy for Batman, and it's back in the game, baby. Back in the Bat game.
It's a different example.
They're back in the game, baby.
The Hannibal ones I'd give, like, I thoroughly enjoyed them. I don't want to say it's better than Batman. I don't back that. But if I take like a portion of it, I know you don't like to do that, but if I take again the Christopher Nolan version of Batman, you know, like then I can say like easy, you know, like it's just unfortunate.
Every day.
It has to be all of them, yes. And that's also like I can back Hannibal being what it is. I might even give higher because they were really good. Yeah. I'm not saying it should be higher than Batman.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, man.
In its entirety.
Yes. Yeah. And that's unfortunate because that's all like I would. There's so many of these I want to break up.
Yeah,
so much more. Yes, I know. That's so messed up.
So yeah, but 62.4%. I feel like it's a good score for Hannibal though.
Yeah. Okay. There was a lot of them I really enjoyed. It was actually really good.
Here's another one that I would not argue with. It's actually tied with Hannibal.
Okay.
For number 16. 62.4%, and that's the Planet of the Apes franchise, which surprisingly has a fuckload of movies. It's got the original Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Then it's got Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Didn't know about that one.
Escape from the Planet of the Apes.
Know about that, yeah.
Know about that. Conquest of the Planet of the Apes.
Didn't know about that one.
Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
Really? Like, I mean, what, like then war?
Yeah.
Like war conquest, battle. Like, really, did we just fight every version of...
No, but hang on.
World War of Planet of the Apes.
And then it was a remake Planet of the Apes, which I enjoyed that movie. That movie, that's the Mark Wahlberg one.
Yes.
That makeup and effects that they did is really great.
Dude, I know they took all Gollum and he did the whole actions of...
Yes.
I appreciated all the effort. I can't remember his name now.
No, what you call the mocapping.
Yes, yeah. And like, I actually didn't actually know that.
That's his name.
Either, and when I saw it done, I had so much more appreciation for it. Like,
That's where he does.
Oh, wow, yes.
But I don't think he did the original one. He's the mocap for the latest ones.
Oh, I thought it was from the get-go. Okay, I don't know.
But I don't think so.
That's how I understood it, I guess. Okay, fair.
But his mocapping work in the last three is just as great. So then you get Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and War for the Planet of the Apes.
They were so good.
I've never watched them. I think I might have watched Rise, but I didn't watch the rest. I should probably go.
Did I? Yeah, that actually doesn't hold the moment. But I know I definitely saw 2 of the 3. There's a possibility for the 3rd one.
I'll probably rewatch them.
I really enjoyed those actually though.
Yeah.
Like they were well executed. It was
odd
nice
to me
acting.
that's a franchise. I mean, this thing has spawned what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 movies.
I know, like the old ones.
Over 50 years, it must be said, but still.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like I think I actually haven't bothered. I know of the older ones. I've seen I think 1 or 2. But I want to see like the very first one. I want to see like people dressed up like cats kind of thing.
Yes. I love it.
Oh, dude, that would tickle me. Yeah.
It's got an iconic scene though, where he comes out of the ocean with a broken Lady Liberty on the right. And
yeah.
Like he shouts, why? That's like a whole thing. Anyway.
But no good. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Also, pretty big franchise, which I also rewatched recently. Star Trek, 62.5%.
Okay.
So you have Star Trek: The Motion Picture, which is the first one. Star Trek 2: The Wrath of Khan, great movie, 66. Sorry. Star Trek 3: The Search for Spock, also enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek 4: The Voyage Home, which is the time traveling one. Enjoyed that as well.
Okay.
Star Trek: The Final Frontier, 1989, not a great movie. Star Trek, where we know that's 4, so that's just 5. The Undiscovered, never watched it. Oh, The Undiscovered Country, sorry. Then we got the Patrick Stewart, Captain Picard, Star Treks with Star Trek Generations. Yeah, that's the bald guy.
Yes. Oh wow.
Star Trek Generations.
That's
Star Trek First Contact. Insurrection and Nemesis. And Nemesis, I enjoyed Nemesis. It didn't score well, but I enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the latest ones for Star Trek Into the Darkness, and Star Trek Beyond.
Okay, cool.
I think 62.5, a little bit low if you look at some of the really great movies that are in here, but overall.
But there's some really bad ones, unfortunately, as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
It spawned 4 more movies in Star Wars, so that says something. And I love fucking Star Wars.
I was like, where are you
Star
going
Wars?
Where are you going to go with this?
Just straighten this up. I'm a far bigger Star Wars fan than I am.
Okay, cool. And for anyone that doesn't know the difference between Star Wars or Star Trek, you're not a fan of either of them. You don't know the difference. Don't be that person. Yes.
No one that doesn't know what Star Trek or Star Wars is listening to this. I can assure you.
And if you are,
what type of person clicks on a link called the greatest movie franchises of all time?
Oh man.
Just to
maybe they learn
not have watched Star Wars. It's like saying that, you know, Z, my partner or my girlfriend, she's never watched The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
No, I know, it was a difficult pill to swallow for me as well.
Yeah, it's like
relationship almost the next one, number 13.
Okay.
Also a series that didn't make it. So these movies, I know about them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a combined between foreign and American film because the movies were remade.
Okay. Suspense. Okay.
And one of the most incredible scenes I've ever seen in a movie ever, which we'll chat about just now. So it's called the Millennium Series, 63.2%.
What? How was I going to figure that
These movies are The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Girl Who Played with Fire, The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest, and then the remake, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and then The Girl in the Spider's Web. This movie, I think it's the remake, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I actually think Daniel Craig's in that. I don't know.
Okay.
But there's a scene where she kicks a steak, like a wooden steak, I think,
okay,
into this guy's anus. Like, straight up. But he sexually abused her. And she just fucking, like...
That makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't want to sit. Okay.
No, listen, no, that he couldn't. It was a deserving scene.
Yeah.
He
It's like
deserved
it's
what he
satisfying.
wanted.
Like, yeah.
But I was like, wow. Like, wow.
Yeah, like she got her revenge. And
So you...
Okay.
Other than
haven't seen
the
all
Girl
of
of the
those.
Dragon Tattoo, I haven't watched the others.
I want to watch those.
It's very deep though.
I'm okay with that.
Difficult watch.
Yeah, like like get in the right space, watch a deep movie.
Yeah.
The girl who kicked the hornet's nest.
I'm always like, what?
I like the girl who kicked the ball. The girl who jumped up the cliff, like the wall. I don't know, like.
Why is the hornet's nest on the ground? Why are you kicking it?
Yeah,
Why
like
are you being stupid?
I get the concept of it. Really like that. Okay.
No, I know, right? Next up, the Oceans. I call it the Oceans 11 franchise. Number 12, 63.8%.
I guess it starts at 11, but I just called it the Oceans.
Yes.
Yeah, because then it's 11 only. That's a
So
strange.
Oceans 11, Oceans 12, Oceans 13, and Oceans 8. Oceans 8 only scored 61%. It deserved much better. It was a good movie.
I haven't seen Oceans 8.
The one with Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen the other three, and
go check it.
surprising game, still really well executed.
Surprisingly, a good watch.
Okay, cool.
Really good watch.
Better than rated, we'll go with that.
Better than what?
Better than it's rated there, like.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay. That's unfortunate then, because again, then that brings that.
I don't know where they got this ratings from, but I mean they're critics, so I suppose.
Yeah, it opens.
If they're not giving shitty
everyone's
ratings,
own.
they're not critiquing, are they?
You probably find there's something like it's not the original cast or something silly. Again, everyone's own personal. Yeah.
It ties into the universe. So one of the characters in Ocean's 8 is related to one of the characters in Ocean's 11.
Good enough for me. Good enough.
So and that came out in 2018. So I'm not sure if it ever will, but there should be an Ocean's 9 and 10. Has to be.
I feel like something there. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Then at number 11, for fuck knows what. The Muppets, 62.5%.
Okay.
Which I'm just going to go through them and then we continue.
I know you're going to list them, but I'm going to add something anyway. My wife would 100% agree with this. There was...
When I was younger, I watched it. But
That's the thing, like, I think the Muppets is so iconic as it is anyway, like it is. Whether it was... There is no one that should ever in their life get a Golden Globe kind of thing for it, or there will never be that.
No.
But for an entertaining purpose of it, they did a good job. When you were a kid, like every kid is like, it's almost like every kid.
There was one movie that was really good that I really enjoyed, but I mean, it's not. It might have been the Muppets from 2011. It's not. I mean, you're telling me that this movie franchise is better than James Bond.
Yeah, it's
or the Batman franchise.
But maybe just more consistent.
Even with all of the worst movies in the Batman franchise, it's not better.
Is it just more consistent? And hence I'm saying again, like I would never go so. There's nothing I've never gone. I can't wait to see the next Muppets movie.
No, never.
I don't even know if there is one. I could care less.
Yeah, no.
But it happens to when they are. Like my little ones watch some Muppet movies already, and they just hit. I can sit through and watch them.
I feel like you're being biased because you're a parent.
Yeah, let me be the.
No, you can't be biased. You have to be unbiased.
I'm the other average Joe now. Yeah, but no, yeah, that's what, like I don't. And again, this is where it becomes difficult. I don't think it's better than like a James Bond. But you probably find them more consistent. And in all honesty, you're probably watching the same thing over. Nothing really changes with them.
Only really scored 62% anyway. So
and they're probably all there. There's nowhere they got more than that, and nowhere.
No, listen, they got 74, 70, and 75.
I'm surprised.
Long running, the Muppet Movie 1979.
Yeah.
The Great Muppet Caper.
I actually like that name.
Yeah, 1981.
Okay.
The Muppets Take Manhattan.
Oh.
No need Rudy Giuliani is there.
Yeah.
The Muppet Christmas Carol. Muppet Treasure Island. Muppets from Space.
Treasure Island. What did Treasure Island get just out of interest?
64.
Okay.
And in the Muppets 2011 and in the Muppets Most Wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, I think, and this is probably all to be whoever critic that, probably they're sitting there like, how do you rate them? Like,
I don't fucking know. They've got Spider-Man at 68%.
Oh,
so
I
know, right?
Good
And
enough.
died for 68% nonetheless. So they scored the first Spider-Man movie 73, second one 83.
No, I'm out. How?
I don't know. But Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, and obviously we'll have Spider-Man No Way Home coming out. I feel like you did the thing where the Spider-Man showed up in the Avengers movies and in Civil War. Technically, these movies form part of that franchise. But because he appears in those movies form part of his franchise. Because it's still one continuous story. Because otherwise, why would you do Alien vs Predator?
Okay, yeah. See, I don't know where that
these
line
guys
gets
aren't
crossed.
following their own fucking rules.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand how they did that. I'm kind of happy with it.
Even
that's
if
why I
you
wanna
do
fight
Spider-Man
it.
on its own. And plus, you have to include Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse in here as well.
But the Marvel ones would probably bring up the rating of the
Probably
ones
would.
in.
But I mean,
Marvel,
you
the
didn't put in
Avengers, sorry.
you didn't put in all the movies here because Spider-Man, the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse should also be it.
Oh, yeah, there's some obvious ones that aren't there, like, actually. Can I ask, like, your thoughts on this, though? And I see, like, now the first one got, like, a 73. I'll admit, like, not knowing the other Spider-Mans that came out, those being the only ones at the time, I enjoyed them, not knowing what was better.
What, Spider-Man, the
Like
original
the first-
Spider-Man trilogy?
Yes.
Yeah, they were great.
You know what I mean? Like, they're actually, like, the
Yeah, they
villains,
were
they're
great,
everything.
fantastic.
But now, compared to what I've seen,
Those
like,
movies
everyone-
at the time made over $800 million.
they were great.
They were
Well done to
massive
me. I guess you
blockbusters.
got your part of that. But knowing now,
Yeah, well, 3 years
it's so much better. So that's 73, and then I'm always like, but I was excited. I couldn't wait for the second one. I didn't really care, and I'm honest, like at that point, like it was Tommy Guy.
Even if you take all the bad movies in this franchise and you just rate the movies that they got here, it's not 68%. It's no fucking way. and they tied it with Indiana Jones, also at 68%, which is number 10.
Yeah, again, a great franchise going through, and then it just
With the fifth one coming up.
probably find that's where it dipped. I'm guessing, and you will see that now.
Yeah, I don't know. They're doing some weird ratings here. Like the second Indiana Jones got 57%. Indiana Jones and the Temple
I
of
see
Doom.
that. Who is rating this?
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, but we've got Indiana Jones is a franchise.
Yes.
Is it number 10 in the top 10? Possibly.
I put it out there. That's okay.
Although the ratings absolutely sucks. That's probably 10 is probably a good space for it to be.
I'm actually kind of okay with that, like realistically.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
In at number 8, I'm just going to ignore the percentages now because now I'm just going to do what I fucking want.
Okay.
so-
Well, share it though. God, I don't want to, like, okay.
In at number 8, at 68.1%, but it's number 8.
Okay.
Right? Star Wars. 9 movies: Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Phantom Menace, Attack of Clones, Revenge of the Sith, Force Awakens. Oh, Rogue One, obviously, Star Wars Story, which is by far the
That was so good.
It was great.
That was so good.
They scored at 65%.
Oh,
The Last Jedi is their biggest rated movie, except for the original. They scored The Last Jedi 85% more than what they scored The Empire Strikes Back. Oh, fuck off.
I don't understand that.
And Solo, A Star Wars Story, and The Rise of Skywalker.
Also, I enjoy it.
And it's not better than
Everyone
the Hunger
listening.
Games. The Hunger Games is not better than the Star Wars.
No, sorry, who the hell is this?
Fuck off.
Guys, Star Wars, and before coming in here, was my top. That's my top. I don't like that it's 8. I'm not okay with this.
No.
I don't like this list. Cool, but this
No, listen, we're gonna have okay. Let's we're gonna get into the arguments here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the top 10,
Yes.
and then we will do our top 10.
I didn't get the top 10. I got a top 5.
Top 5.
Well, I have
we
a
call
6,
out their
yeah.
top 10, and then we call out what our
Okay,
top ones.
yeah.
Right. So they've got Star Wars at 8.
Oh,
Then they've got Hunger Games at 7.
no.
Then they've got the Marvel Cinematic Universe at 6.
Then
Then at number 5, they've got the Bourne franchise.
Why?
Then at number 4, they've got the Mission Impossible franchise. Go
No,
fuck a wall.
They didn't reach. Neither of those reached my top 5.
Number 3, Harry Potter, cool.
Hey.
Number 2, the Middle Earth franchise,
Hey.
cool. And then number 1,
Oh, hit me.
it's great, but it's not number 1. Mad Max franchise.
Oh.
No.
Why?
No.
Yeah, no.
So number one franchise of all time is Star
Wars.
Wars.
Yes.
Has to be.
Backing that. Yeah, that was it.
They don't even have Jurassic Park in the top 20.
Yeah, that's it. Like, that was my argument.
And that's 6 movies of pure joy.
It was growing up, like, it was such a... Oh, it was so iconic, man. There was something that stemmed from a Jurassic Park started. Games, it did so much. It was such a big influence.
So let's do ours, right? So number one.
I back Star Wars.
What's the rules?
Sharing?
No, so the rules are it needs to be iconic.
Okay.
It needs to have created some sort of movement, pop culture movement. It needs to have redefined what movies were for that time. And it needs to have it needs to have new content or new material over a great period of time. Oof. So 10 years plus.
Okay, which most have done anyway.
Well,
so I think that's still fine.
Plus maybe because you'll have it needs to. Yeah, those are the rules. They don't have to get all of them. They need to only have a couple of them to qualify. So number one, definitely Star Wars.
Star Wars is like number one. Everything else is so difficult for me to rank them on.
Star Wars. Second, Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, okay. On that,
not only for what it is, but for what it will be.
Okay, I guess the iconic side of it.
But this is the entire universe, right?
Okay. Oh.
All of the 20.
But again, they actually, if you put it like, I love every version of it.
Spider-Man into it, so that's everything.
But still, even like, I won't lie, like every bit of it, whether it's Guardians of the Galaxy, they're all great.
Yes.
And it all, so I mean, as iconic as it can go. I'll put it a second, like.
No.
Oh, we're going to break them up?
No, I
thought that's...
Second, Lord of the Rings.
So Lord of the Rings was there though, but I've got, and like, Harry Potter.
No, better than Lord of the Rings.
No, and that was my tie between, and I struggled there because Jurassic Park was in there as well.
Wait.
That was
Star
difficult.
Wars,
yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
I can go Lord of the Rings second, yeah.
Harry Potter.
Oh, where's Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park.
Okay, they were so close. Like, Star Wars is my guaranteed one, and then if it's a rating, it's a 0.1 between all the others.
Yeah, so that's our top 5.
They're so good. I'll back that 100%. Yeah. That was good.
So let's do. That's top 5. Let's quickly do top 10.
Okay. Okay.
What was the? Oh, so those were the movies you got.
They were like, I know they're the obvious ones, but they just were that good for me. Did we have 5? Did we stop at 5 on that?
No, that's 5. So it's Star Wars, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Number 3, MCU.
Yes.
Harry Potter, Jurassic Park.
And a very close call on all of those.
Yes, very close. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
It's difficult. Because the problem is it's as a franchise.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with.
I think it's difficult after that.
Maybe I'll go with Indiana Jones actually. At number 6. I'll go with Hunger Games at number 7.
I can't! Hunger Games is like at the bottom.
Listen, it's not. It's
Star Trek or something like that before Hunger Games even. Like,
yeah. Listen, okay, cool. So Indiana Jones, 6. Star Trek at 7.
Okay, yes.
I will move up Aliens to number 9. If we play by our rules.
I respect that, yes.
I'll move up Aliens to number 9.
So what's our 8?
Oh wait, sorry. So what did I say was 6?
6 was Indiana Jones. 7 is Star Trek.
Oh yes, 8's Hunger Games. Aliens. 8 is Aliens.
Okay. Hunger Games.
9 is the Halloween franchise.
Okay, hitting. Like.
10 will be the Scream franchise. Playing by our rules.
Oh, that's a good. I didn't even think about those.
Playing by our rules.
Yeah.
Then Hunger Games.
Oh, we've got 11th. Okay, they missed the top 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Hunger Games.
Okay.
Then Twilight.
Twilight.
Yes. No, fuck, wait, hang on.
Hang on.
Number 11.
Yeah.
No, wait. Number 9 and number 10 I'm moving to 11 and 12. Number 9 I'm putting as The Matrix.
The Matrix was on mine. That was my 6th actually. The Matrix is so iconic. That was the thing growing up, man.
Down The Matrix.
Good for you.
That was I forgot The Matrix. After Indiana Jones, Star Trek, and Alien, just because it hasn't. When they bring out the new one, number 4, then I'll maybe move it up the list. But it hasn't. Yeah,
it's faded off a bit. Like
it hasn't had that thing about
so
time.
Yes, yeah.
So I'll put The Matrix at 9.
I watched The Matrix over and over so many times. It was actually, it was its own concept. It was so good.
Then I'll probably go with. What other franchises are there?
There's one that wasn't mentioned and I wasn't big on it. I guess I never really got into it. Like Kill Bill, I know like Kill Bill was like a thing.
The Tarantino verse, but it's not really a franchise.
No, I know. That's I'm not sure where that featured, but there were some good ones there.
These movies would be up there, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm trying to think.
Now let's stick with the top 10. Start with like.
Alright, so we've got so again.
Yeah, okay, so
top 10, it's Star Wars.
Happiness, yeah.
Then we have
Lord of
the Rings.
Respect that, yes.
Then we have MCU.
Okay.
Harry Potter, Jurassic Park.
All very close calls. I'm just gonna add that in there.
Then we've got Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Then we have Star Trek.
Yeah. I wanna put Matrix maybe like at an 8 at least.
Matrix at 8.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Aliens at 9.
Cool, happy with that.
Ghostbusters at 10.
Okay. Ghostbusters!
Yes.
Look, man.
Ghostbusters at 10.
Your wall, like, okay. Yes.
No, Ghostbusters at 10.
Okay.
Then we can have, what did we move out?
Hunger Games.
No, that was
we kept moving Hunger Games out actually.
Yeah. So that's our top 10. Greatest franchises of all time.
I'm happy with that. That is the top 10.
That is the definitive list.
Man, yeah. And I know we've the obvious ones, but they're obvious
Inarguable.
reason. Like, yes.
Yes, but there's so many others though.
I know, and as I'm thinking of more come up. But the thing is, like, those I still think take, like, top preference. Like, and I was sitting when I was thinking
Fast and Furious doesn't even make this list.
No, God, I don't even know. It's a great show, but
so listen, in the next 10 you'll probably get stuff like the Hunger Games and Breaking Dawn. Those are terrible movies, but still.
They are hits.
Yeah. Also, you can put in the Monsterverse. Because it's the Godzilla stuff. Because you think about how many Godzilla movies have there been. How many King Kong movies have there been?
Jeez.
So if you take all of those, that's a proper franchise. I'll probably put that in the top 20.
Yeah, that spills big.
Mission Impossible I'll put in the top 20. Born Identity I'll put in the top 20.
Die Hard, we haven't even said Die Hard.
Die Hard I'll put in the top 20. Absolutely.
Yeah, you see like
I'll put the Batman franchise in its entirety in the top 20. If we broke
just
them
the
up,
three.
The 3 would be number 6 with number 7 Matrix.
I would think like the Christopher Nolan ones, and that's why I had to sit and like that made my top 5. Like easy made my top 5. Again, but it's such a hard one because
we can maybe do that another time where we do the best trilogies.
Okay, that I think is a good one.
What else would make the top 20, you think?
I think we already said 20. It's saying like already just by the way, but yeah.
What else? I'm trying to think.
Like as a good contender kind of thing.
Yeah.
Don't mention like
the top 30. I'm trying to think what other
the dragon tattoo like series, like things like that. Even though I haven't seen all of them, like I think it could be there. I'm still back.
Actually, it's very little. I would put the Conjuring franchise.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. We said the Halloween franchise and the Scream franchise. Those would be in the top 20 for me as well.
Yeah, the Hannibal.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yes, that would be in the top 20. James Bond would probably make the top 20.
I think so.
I think we exceeded the number of movies for 20.
Just didn't realize like 27 had hit there. Yeah, that's also like but they would all make like a good contestant to fall into that category. Just because we haven't gone as far as that, but yeah.
Yeah.
But we got a solid top 10.
I think we've got a great top 10.
Yeah. Challenge.
Yes.
Come on.
Cool, so we reached the last part of the show. What are we watching? What are we playing?
Yeah.
So what I am watching is it's on Mnet.
Okay.
Check it out. The last episode. It's only 7 episodes.
Okay.
Last episode's coming out tomorrow.
Which is?
It's an HBO show called Mayor of Easttown.
Mayor of Easttown.
Yeah, if you see it, you're going to be like, nah, I can't watch this. Watch it.
Oh, what?
It's incredible.
Okay.
So it's essentially about this detective in a small town that did this magnificent thing in a basketball game like 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone remembers her. So she's a well-known person in the town, and then there's a murder, and then as the murder unfolds, you're like there's lots of different elements that they played it so well. Where you're like, wait, this guy's suspicious, and you're like, fuck, this is what happens, and then they completely turn it on its head, and it's like, nah, that's not what happened.
Okay, I like a good detective kind of thing. Yeah.
It's a great story.
Okay.
It's just really, really well told, and they throw in a little bit of twists. You what you think is the main point of the story, you find kind of out like in the third last episode, and you're like, wait, then what's this? And then it's really well done.
I like that.
Mayor of Easttown, great mystery.
Just to remember that name, like that mayor.
Just Mayor of Easttown.
Okay.
Really great.
All right.
And then obviously I binged this in like a day or two, called Marvel's MODOK.
Joey's been on leave, everyone.
Yes, essentially. Yes. So, just the comedy in it. I'm not going to spoil it for you.
I want to see it, like in his everyday life things.
Dude, so it is. I
thought that they did spin-offs of everyone on there. That'd be amazing.
Iron Man shows up.
I love this.
It's great. Man. So it is his everyday life, but he's still MODOK. So he's still trying to run a villainous multi-billion corporation. And how he struggles with that, and how he's kind of not the flavor of the month anymore, and then his family life, and then the character himself.
Brilliant, man.
So they do have some things in it though that I didn't like. First of all, it's my least favorite type of animation, stop motion, like claymation.
Oh, I appreciate that,
but they do it so well that.
You don't really notice.
There are a few scenes where they do things, especially with the blood, where you're like, it takes you out of it. And you're like, what the fuck? And that's weird.
That's okay. Yeah, but I'm not.
But for the most part, it's done so. The story's done so well that you don't even pay attention to the animation. Really great.
That's good.
There's some great jokes in it. I fucking lost my arse off. There's one scene.
Yeah.
Where they go into a pawn shop. I won't tell you why, but they go into the pawn shop, and the pawn shop, which is a dig at DC obviously, is called It's Always Darkest Before the Pawn.
Oh, but that's such a good name though.
I know, died, bro. When I read that, I'm like, the fuck? Always Darkest Before the Pawn. And because it's a pawn shop, then you go and sell stuff, so It's not wrong.
Born like it's in second hand, not the other.
Yes. It's just a W, not the R.
Yeah.
The jokes are really good. They do. The big difference. There's a difference between him and the comic book character.
Okay.
It's a bit of a spaz in the series. But then at the end, again, I don't want to spoil it. So at the end, he's more in line with his comic book character. He does something that's for me personally, it's out of character for him.
Okay.
Where they didn't give me enough of that. There's undertones about that of the character, but they didn't do it enough for me to justify what they tried to do at the end.
Oh.
So that's a big critique of it. Not a fan of the animation, obviously, but I'm not a fan of that animation as a whole.
Okay, like the Wallace and Gromit kind of thing, like similar to.
But I'm easily distracted by the jokes and the story itself. So yeah, that's definitely worth a watch.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I'm just very cognizant of the time because last time we went over 2.5 hours.
What are we doing? Where are we?
We're 2:13.
Okay,
so
cool.
Still okay.
Okay.
What are you watching?
So we finished up Carnival Row. So I enjoyed that. Like I watched it with my wife. We just finished it up nicely, like filled in all the gaps. I don't know, like, to give it in all honesty, it's like it's a bit of a fantasy in its own way.
Yeah, so it's
detective, like, and I'm gonna be honest, I enjoyed it. I
struggled to get into that though.
Yeah, I was expecting more fantasy. In all honesty, like it's everyday life, I guess, in a normal. So I guess that's the fantasy of it. But just the storyline grabbed. We just found ourselves hooked. I don't know, like
nice.
I guess like this, as is every show if you're watching enough, right? Gaming wise, and I have to say this because like I went back, and I'm playing Spyro.
Really?
Like, I never played Spyro growing up. I used to go to the daycare things and then have a random PlayStation there, and then, you know, I'd be that kid, like, you know, all the other kids knew what they were doing, and I was just like, I just want to jump with the dragon. But now I'm playing that, and my little one and I...
Crash Bandicoot ruined literally every other type of game of that nature for me.
Yeah.
Like, the moment I played Crash Bandicoot...
There was no other.
No, exactly. When I tried to play Spyro, I just didn't get the kick. I could play Ratchet and Clank. We can argue whether or not that's the same thing, but Ratchet and Clank I enjoyed. I enjoyed Spyro, but it wasn't Crash Bandicoot. Because it wasn't Crash Bandicoot,
it never made the cut. No, I know. I never got the experience. I always went to these places, and there was that purple dragon. And I loved the idea. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and my little one saw it, and he's like, he wants that, and it looks like I'm playing it more than him. But
that's very nice.
We're both living our childhoods out.
Nice.
That's pretty much it. I've been working this week.
I've downloaded Last of Us. I still haven't played it.
Nah.
I still have to. Next week is free of play week. I should actually check what games are coming up on PS Plus.
Yeah, the new month. Yeah.
The PlayStation 5 dropped now again this week in South Africa.
Hey.
Literally a minute when I went onto the site was sold out again.
Seriously.
Yeah. So I'm slowly but surely losing any sort of faith of getting that fucking thing before.
Yeah, you wait like 6 years and eventually like I got it and it's like PS6 is out.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. I think anything else you want to add?
No, I think those are the big ones. Nothing really too different from the last. So yeah. And I think it was colonists. I told you about the robot.
Yes.
It's colonists. I think I called it colonists.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out on. It's a PC game, is it?
On PlayStation. You can get it on PlayStation, Xbox, possibly PC. I don't know. Colonists.
Okay, we'll check it out just now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As always, get us on YouTube. Find us on Spotify. You might find us on SoundCloud, you might not. I still have to pay for the subscription.
Send an email.
We will be on Patreon. Hopefully one day we'll be on Apple Podcast Connect.
Yeah.
Send us an email at Nerdybeardman. Send us an email at nerdybeardman@gmail.com. Like and subscribe and have a great week. We're gonna do a couple of podcasts next week. All the best.
See you there.
Have a good one.
Yeah, cheers everyone.
Cheers everyone. Bye.